I
What
don't.
would have been worse is that Eric doesn't actually transform them, and we have to end up we're like, wait, aren't they bad guys? And no, we just killed a full family.
Yeah.
Come to find out, the Foxglove that we knew and loved was not
Just
actually
because they're
Foxglove.
doppelgangers doesn't mean they're evil, party. You guys just killed some innocent doppelgangers just working to earn a living.
What do you mean, you guys? Hey, you were there too.
I think Motorcar killed 2 people specifically.
I'll kill them all. I'll take the blame. You guys got to save the world without me.
I think Motorcar.
I don't wanna.
He's confused. He's like, you guys are killing innocent people. When I mean you guys, I mean me.
Just adding you guys in to make you feel better.
Oh well, thank you. We needed that.
We walk outside the house and Motorcar just lopping people's heads off. No, they're doppelgangers. Motorcar, stop, please.
They're all doppelganger.
Start slicing ears. They could be goblin ears.
The campaign has just devolved into Fallout 4. Everyone's a sin.
Actually, I'm sure it exists, but Fallout 4 would be a really cool, like D&D or RPG. Like,
there is a Fallout D&D.
Is there?
There's always been.
What?
Except now there's an official one put out there by Modiphius.
Is it based off 5e rules or is it own?
No, that's stupid.
I'm just listen.
I have no
Yeah, it's based on some different system.
Probably
I think
called
it's
Cthulhu.
Nah, it's like a weird like 2 dice system that they use. But that one exists for Fallout. I heard some not so good things about it.
Oh no.
But there's also plenty of people's like own creations where
Like
they use
stuff.
Yeah. I think it used to be called Fallout P&P for pen and paper.
Hmm.
I had a PDF of it, but I just never really did anything with it.
Yeah, don't get me started if you guys end up not doing well in Princes of the Apocalypse. I've already got post-apocalyptic Faerun written.
Nice.
Interesting.
You can't do that. You gotta have the legendary characters of Faerun come in to save the day if the party fails.
Fuck no. Y'all fuck up the fuck.
Are you trying to tell me that the companions of the Mithril Hall wouldn't save the world if this party failed?
Fuck no.
They would. They would try. They would fail.
Can't do that. They never fail.
But Michael,
the story's making me sad.
This is what I want out of the world that I've written.
Fuck what you want.
I'm glad you put that last beat in.
I don't like it.
This is what I want of the world. Ugh, it's kind of dismal, Kyle.
I don't like you trying to kill the world.
Sounds kind of railroady there, Kyle.
No, not at all.
You know what? It's beyond railroad. Railroad at least seems like there's some open air on the sides. This is just one box tunnel. You ain't getting out.
What I really want.
Oh, you'll get out if you win.
What I really want in D&D format or something like that is Power Rangers.
There's art. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's on Roll20 too.
Yes. There it is. You can actually purchase the module on Roll20. I saw it when I was looking through.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Guys,
I think it's a 5th edition
D&D
system too.
Pathfinder literally in like right before 2020.
That's when I system for just about everything. I'll give you a little hint. Most of the time, systems are better off not being based off of 5th edition.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Power Rangers one came out last year. October.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Go Power Rangers.
All right, so do we need a recap for last week? Since
I
Michael
can do
wasn't here.
a quick pseudo one. Oh, Michael wasn't here.
So basically, we made our way back to the Scarlet Raven and bedded down for the evening.
Motorcar, you got bedded down.
Yeah. The rooms were wonderful and red sheets, and our rooms are looking our room specifically was looking over the cove, or the shore district. Eat breakfast, make our way towards Pugs. On our way, we found let's see. Ryra and Jekno asked more about Foxglove, and it just kept pushing us towards the, what is it, Naus district. Made our way to Pugs, in the Bridge Ward district, which is a little section of the capital district. And in the Alabaster district, everything looks a little bit more industrial. Oh yeah, and while thing that kind of distracted us for a moment, we saw a large metal man, a golem, basically, that walked out of an alley and started moving a pallet. And we kind of went in the direction that he came from, and we found a large iron sign with a, was it portly bald human that was in the shop. I bought some bear traps. We got some notes. We convinced him to give us the address to Foxgloves. Yeah, then we went to Foxgloves. We walked in, saw Aisha. What was her name? Margot.
Shaniqua, and she don't live here no more.
That was Aisha and Margot Foxglove, still alive apparently. Agnor was dressed as Aldern. Got our way in. They brought us in to have dinner. It wasn't that good of a dinner. And then while Agnor and was taking Ryra to the restroom, they found another Aldern, and that started combat with some of these facialist stalkers, and it was a pretty interesting combat. But we killed them all, and then we're just kind of like standing here in the aftermath trying to figure out what the fuck to do next.
Right.
All right. Pretty good recap. Got any questions, Michael?
I do not.
All right. Okay. So you guys are standing in the disgusting, puddly, webby aftermath of your encounter with those faceless stalkers.
Letty?
Say again. What?
Doesn't
Wet.
elaborate.
You said puddly wetty. It just made me
Webby.
laugh.
With the beat.
Oh,
like
web.
webs. Yeah. Webby.
Webby.
Yeah.
Well, Iggy, were you able to search around upstairs at all?
Not entirely. We we chose a door, and can't tell if it was lucky or not, but we found two of these friends, and he's gonna point to the two on the ground that came from the stairs. So surprise.
Ah, well, that's a pretty good trick of Rares to make you both poof up on the table.
Well, I was prepared to run. I'm quite limber. He's gonna start jogging in place. But
Well,
neither here nor there. I think we should definitely check it out, especially the room that these two were residing in. I'm assuming that's where any information that we need is stored.
aye. We might be able to cover more ground if we split up, if you think that would be a good idea.
Well, I think we should definitely search the house, but we shouldn't wander outside, split up. As you can see, it didn't really work out too well.
Well, maybe this time it'll be better, because I don't think there's anybody else here. If I take a second to listen after I say that, do I hear anything?
The house is quiet.
I don't think there's anybody else here. I think it might be safe to just kind of walk around. Look, if we have any issues, we have a safe word. Jenga.
Yes, pineapple. Oh. That would have been awkward. Wrong safe word.
Yeah, that's for later in the evening.
If anyone would like to accompany me up to the room, I can show you where these gentlemen were residing. I'm gonna kind of
Sure.
kick the beasts, as he says, gentlemen.
Okay.
Go see what's up there.
I guess that means you're with me, Jackie.
And I'll just move this faceless stalker out of the way. So the stairs, again, are right here in front of Jack now.
Sure.
And I'll go ahead and move you guys to the...
And away we go.
top of the stairs. Everyone else is following? Or heading up, I suppose? Or what's the plan?
I was gonna is the are those two windows up at the north looking out behind the dining hall, or is that is that two doors or two windows?
It's a door. One of them's been opened.
Yeah, there's a courtyard back there.
Yeah, I want to check that out.
Okay.
And I'll just step in, but I'll wait.
Okay. That
Do
leaves...
DMs like splitting the party? Or is that like one of those things that they hate?
I guess it
Just in
depends on the
general.
DM. All right. And last up is Jekno. What are you doing?
I was going with Lori,
All right, Lori.
and my stupid roll 20 hasn't loaded yet, so I can't see a thing.
Gotcha. I'll place you over there with her.
Yeah, Ed, your camera looks a little choppy too, so maybe it's your service.
Maybe I can't tell what's going on. It keeps dropping me, so I don't know what's going on with this thing.
It's a connection thing.
Maybe drop the camera and see if it helps.
Any better?
Not yet.
Weird.
Okay.
I'll stream in the meantime, if that helps.
All right, upstairs crew, as you make your way up the stairs, you enter this little hallway that seems to break off to that larger room to the south and a hallway to the north that ends in two doors, as well as another staircase leading up to the third level.
Yeah, if we can start with these doors, they're right here.
Yeah, I'll take a motor car to this area. I'll say it was right here where I opened the door. And
Oh, we have a surprise guest.
Hi.
She made it.
are you gonna make it?
I'm in a hotel on my phone. I can try and see if the Wi-Fi's been kind of, shitty, the internet. So I can get on my laptop and see what happens. But yeah. Joe decided to stay at the wedding, and I still wanted to go home because I'm not a party person, so he's partying it up, and I'm here.
He's gonna show up schnockered.
Yeah, he might show up later shit-faced, so.
He's gonna walk in and start helicoptering. Like, Joe, my camera's on.
Yeah, so when my camera gets turned off, you'll know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of these wedding clothes and then I'll bring up my laptop. But I'm here listening. Did I miss anything important?
Nope.
Nah,
Lori died.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
it was really embarrassing. She tripped on a rock on her way outside and just
You know, it happens to the best of us.
She was like, "I lived by the stones and died by the stones." It was pretty
Yeah.
sad.
Wow.
There was a single tear down Motorcar's eye, kind of like that ad from the '80s.
I'm not crying. There's just some dust in my eye.
All right. So Agnor and Modikar, as you guys make your way into the southern room, it is a rather long room that is. You can see the southern wall is basically 2/3 bookshelf, with a large center table that has been sort of whatever used to be on it has been like knocked off onto the ground. So the floor of this room is lots of papers and open books.
Yes, there was two of them. They were standing right on this table, and we opened the door, and I threw a bomb, and Ryver brought us downstairs. I'm gonna go over to the. Where's the most amount of papers?
Mostly towards like the door where you and Modikar are standing.
I'm gonna scoop down and pick up some papers and start looking them through. Anything pop out? Or can I even
Lots of
understand them?
you can. They're written in
Okay.
common, but most of the papers here are just like book pages that have been haphazardly ripped out. And most of the books that you're picking up off the ground are mostly merchant related. So books on business, different kinds of ledgers. Some are super, super old. Some are really, really recent, like a few months or so. But it's a very standard, like almost office.
Does it look like it's like being ransacked, papers everywhere? Does it look like papers got knocked off when they rushed downstairs?
It's in the same condition as the downstairs area, which looked mostly ransacked.
Okay. It seems that they were looking for something, and I don't think they found it.
Hopefully
Go
we'll
over
be
to this-
luckier. Find it.
Bookcase and investigate it.
Bookcase?
The bookcase. Isn't this a
Yeah.
bookcase?
It is. Well, the one, yeah. So again, same kind of books that are on the floor exist on the bookshelf.
Nothing
Lots
that
of-
sticks out. That's
Nah,
no.
nothing that piques your curiosity. Lots of this stuff just looks super basic.
It doesn't look like there's any intricate anything that would, or like the Sanhedrin sign or anything like that could have like a hidden.
You can feel around the books as you try to look for anything that's odd, but ultimately you come up with nothing.
Is this a long table or just a desk kind of thing with drawers?
It's a table. So no drawers or anything underneath it, just a table with one seat on either end.
I'll check the bottom side of it to make sure there's nothing hidden under it.
Okay. It is completely blank. It's a nice
Any-
table, though.
Anything motor car?
Nothing down here. Impeccable craftsmanship, though.
Just some nice legs.
I like my table like I like my women.
Sturdy?
Laying down with nice legs and sturdy. Never mind. He's gonna trail off as he walks out the door. We should probably check this room.
Should check your jokes too, but yeah, let's check it. We got
Looks
two
like
doors.
there's two. Yeah.
Two doors.
Take one,
And,
get the other.
Oh, well, Agnar was gonna like kind of like cinch against the wall and like present his arm like after you. The last time I opened one of these, hell kind of broke loose. So After you, kind sir.
Alrighty then. Righty tighty.
Okay. Righty tighty.
No, you're on the right.
Okay. So Motorcar, this door opens up into a pretty decently sized bedroom. It doesn't look like it's been lived in a good amount of time, though.
How big is the bed?
It's a double.
And that desk is also just a table in the corner?
No, that is actually a desk.
I'd like to rifle through it then.
Okay. As you open it, you are a little disappointed as it is empty.
Ring. And check under it just to make sure.
I'll check under the bed.
Good
All right.
idea.
Both searches reveal nothing new. Lots of dust.
All I found is some dust bunnies.
Yeah, that's about what I found. Guess we'll have to check out the left room.
Can't tell if it's a good thing that they're so clean or bad thing, because there's nothing here.
With us looking for clues, I'd say we're coming up short so far.
But then again, if they ransacked this place looking for something, leads me to believe there may be a hidden item somewhere or a hidden area.
We're lucky.
All right. So, second story crew, once again, it's another well-furnished bedroom. Another double bed, another desk in the corner.
I will again check this desk.
I will again check the bed.
Okay. So, Agnor, on and under the bed, nothing of note. But Motorcar, as you rifle through the desk, you can find a rather nice-looking dress.
What kind of dress are we looking at? An evening gown?
It's not an evening gown or
Lingerie.
anything like that. I called it a dress.
Listen, anything could be anything.
An evening gown or lingerie, a dress does not make. It's a dress that one would typically wear during the day. However, this one is quite colorful, and the feeling of it gives you this idea that it might be made out of some kind of silk.
Ooh, nice.
What'd you find?
That's good taste too.
Mhm.
Color is it?
So again, it's multicolored. The silks that seem to make up this dress come in different shades of greens and oranges. You'd know that this is pretty popular Varisian fashion, Motorcar.
That is a technicolor dress of wonder.
Par for the culture around here, it seems. I'm gonna try to appraise it and see what it's worth.
Oh, I could do that as well. I'm gonna kind of reach out and touch it as well.
Let's feel it up on some lady's dress.
Yep.
Ooh,
I've
a
been
good
trained for
smell.
this, my friend.
As
Okay.
have I.
We're both gonna look at each other
So
the
the both of
same.
you,
In Jinx, we say the price.
so you've broken into someone's house, killed
Yep.
the inhabitants,
Mm-hmm.
meandered your way up into the second story where no one is. It's very quiet. You're the only two people in the house.
Ruffled through all their bedrooms.
You find a dress. You find a dress in a desk drawer, nightstand kind of deal. Take it out, touch on it, and you come to the conclusion that this might be worth 5 years in prison. No, about 150 gold pieces. Maybe.
Size of
Remember,
it
it is
fit for a
used.
human woman.
Yes, it's fit for a human woman.
Get some
Sorry,
work done.
Lorelai.
Get it for Lori.
Magnamar is a place of many different shops. I'm sure you can find a tailor somewhere.
This is cool and all, but I don't think they were rifling through this house going for a dress.
I tend to agree since the dress is still here. They didn't take it. I believe I saw a set of stairs. Maybe there's something up there.
Yeah, let's go give it a look.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Or crew, as you guys step outside into this relatively small but walled-in backyard. What are you looking for? Or what are you
Well,
looking at, I should say.
so and from my vision, it's not blocked off. Just because I guess these are like kind of wooden pillars that are
They're
so.
pillars,
Yeah, they're. I guess they're holding up some kind of like awning.
an awning.
Nice. This is a really nice place, Jackie. Holy crap. So
Yes, it is.
I can see 2 doors from where I'm standing. Do you want to do eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Or should we just go for one?
Let's go for one. Ladies' choice.
Oh, so chivalrous. I appreciate it. And we'll go for lefty. So we'll walk into the courtyard, and I guess while I'm walking through the courtyard, is it just a nice courtyard? Or decorations and things?
It's very sparsely decorated in the
Ah,
back.
okay.
There are plenty of trees in the back. 7 trees.
Okay.
Yeah, the theft. So it's nicely shaded. And it's set with one lone building that you've approached. A type of backyard shed.
Oh. Well, here's to it. I'll push open that door and just kind of peek in a little bit before I, make a full entry.
You're staring at a wall.
Ah. Jackie, we need to go in. Can't
It's
see
very
much.
dusty.
Oh.
Inside, there's plenty of cobwebs. But as you kind of peek your head around the corner, you can see that the shed is filled with different crates and barrels, and it seems relatively untouched.
Hmm.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
I'm an idiot.
Well, I won't argue. Well, yeah. I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of step in, seeing that it's okay, and take a quick look over the barrels and crates and see if there's any like kind of markings or something that maybe gives an idea of what they are, or are they just kind of bare?
It kind of looks like everyone's shed, where it's just a place where they just toss stuff into.
Okay.
But, you want to look inside some of the boxes?
Yeah, just real quick. Take a glance.
Okay. So, opening the first couple of chests and cracking open a box and a barrel that you see, there's a lot of furniture tucked away in this shed. It looks kind of old, and it's a little familiar to furniture that you've seen quite recently in a really old place.
Similar to the furniture in Misgivings.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But You can
Is
check
it
around the furniture, but you don't see any kind of mold on it.
Okay.
What were you going to ask, Chekna?
I was just gonna ask if it was spore free.
Oh, yes, it is in fact spore-free. In fact, most of this stuff looks like it's been about halfway restored, actually. Not all the way, but for the most part.
It's gonna be a bit of a weird question.
Okay. You might get a bit of a weird answer.
So I guess looking under the crate or by the crates,
Mm-hmm.
is there like, and you said the room is kind of dusty, is dust like gathered on the side of the crates as well, or is there like any markings, like maybe like they've been moved or trying, or anything underneath the crates, like maybe scribbles?
Sorry, excuse me. Did my camera go off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weird. Make me a survival check.
Okay. Oh shit. Oh, I am actually
Where's your
trained.
dice cam?
I think I'm gonna do roll 20 for a little bit.
Yes, you're gonna do roll 20 for the rest of
Hey,
the
check it
stinking
out.
night.
So without having to tire yourself out with looking under every single crate and barrel, you can quickly deduce that a lot of the stuff in here has not been disturbed in a long time. There doesn't seem to be any indication of something underneath these barrels or chests. Nothing quite what you're looking for. You're very sure with that.
Well, looks like we've been the first ones in here in quite some time, Jackie.
Yep, it's interesting.
Well, only one more door to check. And I'll, kind of move by Jackie politely and walk through.
I'll slide out of the way so Lori can get to the other door, and I'll back her up.
And
Got you.
does this door, or you said it's like one big building, so like that was just like or that storage place is all a part of this building, just one lot, or it's just one tiny section of it, right?
Well, it's built into the corner of their backyard. This
Okay.
area that you're in right now is the opposite corner. It's a stone wall that basically makes up the yard, and what you're staring at is a gate rather than an actual door.
Hmm.
So it's an iron gate with some bars. You can look through it, and it leads into sort of like a back alley between the houses.
Okay, so that the house behind it could possibly be our neighbor, or their
Mhm.
neighbor.
Yeah, it's like beyond the street.
Hmm. Kind of like a receiving courtyard tree. Well, I don't think there's anything in here, Jackie. If you like, do we want to look around a little bit more in depth? I guess to the area out here. I don't think there's much. Oh no, he froze. He's
Yeah, I did. For some reason, it keeps freezing, and so it's dropping me.
Mhm.
So, what was the question?
I think we're pretty safe and sound out here. I don't think there's anything out in this courtyard that's important, unless we find like. It's an interesting thought. Is there any area around here that looks like fresh dirt has been moved around?
Make me a perception check.
12.
12. You can stare down at your own 2 feet. You've kicked around some dirt.
Well, I think we better go find the others.
Is the gate? Is it brand new looking? Is it rusted? How does it look? Is it
It
used
looks about as
well,
old as
or
the other pieces of the house. Yeah, I think it's seen some fair bit of use.
okay? Yeah, let's go find out what the others have found.
Okay. I'll let him take the lead and make our way upstairs towards the rest of us, or rest of the group.
Got it. Okay. So back to the top crew. You guys can hear some footsteps coming from downstairs as Chekno and Lori make their way up top. Place you
Hi.
guys all together on the 3rd floor.
Come.
Find anything?
Just addressed in some dust bombings.
Dust bunnies. What are those? Are they edible?
No.
Ah. They're not like snow bunnies.
They are nothing of the sort.
Well, we're kind of in the same boat. Didn't really find anything. We did find a small storage shed, and it had some really old and untouched furniture that was very similar to what we saw at the manor by Sandpoint, closer to Sandpoint. So,
Yeah, it appeared that the office that those two friends of ours came from had some disheveled books and such, just like the bottom floor. But other than that, we found a dress, and that was pretty much it. We made our way up here.
ooh, a dress. Well,
So shall we? And he's gonna motion again for.
sure. Eggy, you take the lead.
He's gonna hesitantly be like he doesn't want to say no to Lori and look like a wimp. He's gonna walk forward. Is that a door? I just walked through a wall.
Nah, it looks like a
Okay.
wall, but it's not. It's supposed to be
Okay.
a doorway.
Oh, look at this room. So much room for activity.
You got enough space for aerobics?
Plenty. As you guys start to bleed into the 3rd story, you're met with a very nice, almost penthouse feeling kind of room. In front of you guys right now is a rather elaborate looking fireplace with plenty of seating surrounding it. The fireplace itself is a real centerpiece for the room. The
Is it
mantle,
lit?
it's on the map, yeah, but it's not actually lit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But the mantle here is the eye catcher. It's decorated with 2 roaring lion heads at either end, and you can see on your magical Dungeon Master keyring, patent pending, that the lion heads on the fireplace mantle seem to match the key that you guys found back at the Misgivings.
And Agnar is going to immediately understand that and take it off the key ring. Or take out the keys. He's gonna like hold it up like Indiana Jones. Like, huh? I believe this may be a clue.
Well, let's give it a go, will you?
It might also just be the family crest. Okay.
It's a clue.
Oh, sorry, Iggy. Let's go. Please go with your intuition.
Does
Yes,
that? I'll take a seat on the fine sofa.
my name is Illinois Bones.
What?
He was a local archaeologist that I once knew.
Yeah.
Can I search the mantle to see if there's any place that key would fit into?
Make me a perception check. Also, Motocar, this is one of the most luxurious sofas you've ever had the pleasure to sit on.
Do I feel like I'm just getting absorbed by it when I sit down on it?
You sink
Teeth.
in.
Teeth appear.
Wow.
Isn't there a movie about that? That there's like some possessed couch or
The
something?
bed.
Oh,
I think it's called Deathbed, the bed that eats. And there is a scene of it ingesting a bucket of fried chicken.
Genius.
It's pretty bad. But the weird thing is that whenever they go to the eating scenes for the bed, they just have like this big jar of like amber liquid, and they just drop the food into, and it's supposed to be the bed like eating it. It's really bad. It's really bad.
out of everyone here, I knew Eric would know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
He did not disappoint.
It's a curse. It's a fucking curse.
Eric loves his shitty horror movies.
I sure fucking do. What was that Sasquatch movie we watched, Michael?
Swamp Ape.
Swamp Ape. Yeah. No one here needs to watch Swamp Ape.
I kind of
Unless
want to
you
watch
want-
it now.
I mean,
It's a playing experience.
it's fucking funny. It's so funny.
It's got nothing compared to Velocipaster.
Velocipaster's a fucking gem. But it's also like intentional, which makes it like really funny. But if you want real bad funny, Suburban Sasquatch is pretty bad. Yeah. Anywho, as you're feeling around and using your eyeballs to scan this mantle on the fireplace, your fingers find their way towards one of the lion's mouths. And they just kind of like hang on there, and you peek in, and all the way at the back of the lion's throat, so to say, is this tiny little keyhole hidden in the shadows.
Ah, I found a hole. It's glorious.
Well, fill it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take out my long shafted
Oh
key.
God.
I'm gonna jam it in there. Give it some twists.
Did you ask before you
Gags a
did
little
that?
bit.
What? No.
No one asks about the glory hole.
Mm.
The glorious hole is just sitting there gaping. I must fill it in.
There's some tears that well up on the
The lion's
lion's
eyes.
eyes.
The lion does
Thanks.
not consent.
Can you move my token to where everybody else is? Ryber has been
Yeah.
following this entire time.
Where
I
the
just-
fuck
I'm
did
gonna-
you go? Oh, there you are.
I'm
I'm
gonna
in where I always am.
I'm gonna click it open, and then you're gonna see me leave a copper piece on the mantle.
I don't like that. Stop it.
That's a
Now
little
you're making
alarming.
it dirty. Don't leave copper piece. That makes it dirty.
When Agnor's not looking, Laurie's taking it.
Oh,
Yeah, she is.
I can't believe who would steal his copper piece off the mantle.
He's just leaving it him empty.
It's for
can't
good
believe
luck.
that service is only a copper piece.
Well, it was rusted, and I did most of the work.
He kept his eyes closed the entire time, so he only got half the deal.
Oh no. So, anyways, I go click, click, and then
Yeah.
what happens?
So as you reach in and turn the key in the hidden keyhole, most of the mantelpiece, the longer part, kind of drops down, revealing a little box, or a storage, I should say. You fighting demons over there, John?
My 3-year-old
Yes.
decided
yes.
to take in a longer nap. It's gonna
Oh.
be blurry, and he won't go to sleep.
So
to
the
sleep, buddy.
answer is yes.
You want to say hi?
Hi, buddy.
Hold on. Let me take the blur off.
We all say hi.
All
Kyle's
right.
fighting demons too.
Okay, buddy. Here we go. Say hi.
Hi,
Hi.
buddy.
Say hi when they're not saying hi.
Hi.
Okay, can you lay down and try to go to sleep? Yeah.
That
Yes.
look.
That's my boy.
He's a gamer like his father.
Mm-hmm. He's pissing off my wife. That's what's happening.
No.
Hey, Kyle has somebody behind him too.
Yeah.
Kyle, don't look now. There's someone behind you.
Oh yeah,
Kyle.
there definitely is
Kyle.
someone behind me.
Kyle, run.
Oh, I can't run from this. I did try to go out and get milk one time, and she kind
came
of
back?
caught. Yeah, she caught me.
I'm tracking you on GPS. You should be back in 2 minutes.
Sorry,
You're gonna
Kyle.
smash your nuts. I heard that loud and clear.
There's a baby
Okay.
in there. Hi,
Uh-huh.
baby.
Give that baby
He
a
said-
fist bump for me, but like real polite.
They said, "Hi, baby," and give the baby a fist bump, but a polite fist bump, not like a punch.
Kyle, my wife wants to see the baby bump.
Your
Tell her to come back.
your wife wants to see the baby bump.
Yeah, tell her to come back.
His wife wants to see the baby bump. Here.
She better not have any ideas either.
Make sure to arch your back.
Yeah. You want to show him the baby bump?
See?
Oh, it doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be bare bump.
Barely
Just-
see it.
Ow.
see, look.
Yeah, he's right there.
Be fair.
That's,
you guys
that's
are
his head
having
right
a-
there.
A boy, right?
Yeah, boy.
A boy.
Kyle Jr.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be Kyle Jr.
It's gonna be John Jr.
Like Al
Haha,
Jr.
no.
But my
It's
name's so
Chester.
unique.
Yeah, I know.
Chester.
When is she due, Kyle?
Hey, he's great.
August 31st.
Mm.
I was hoping to be the 21st. We share a birthday.
Yeah, I'll try to make sure she goes into labor on the 20th. That way,
You're gonna make sure she goes into labor on the. Yeah, that's how it works, Kyle.
yeah, I'll just like scare her really hard or make her laugh really hard.
Spicy food
I
and.
sneezed the other
that
day at
works.
work now.
Yep, that's a thing.
So
Sneezing.
anyway, back to the whole Saturday night Dungeons and Dragons thing.
A little about shitting into it.
We can still hear it, Kyle.
So the mantelpiece drops down, revealing
It was supposed to come to
a
the party, but she didn't come.
well,
Talking about it.
little hidden
Would you be
storage
mad if I got
compartment.
kids a tie-dye kit? You don't have to get anything.
Well, no, you don't see that every day.
And then we're talking about
What's in it?
Hey, that's an excellent question. As Agnew rifles through the compartment, he tosses the contents gently onto the couch next to Motor card.
Where
There
you're going.
still
is
agree that you have
there is a large
to.
pouch that is heavy and loud with
I have
coins,
vanilla one and a
Oh.
vanilla one and a chocolate
along with
one.
a shallow wooden case that, once opened,
We're about to
you
get
guys
gold.
sort of rifle through some of the contents.
We're
It
about to get
contains
gold.
a number of legal papers pertaining to the townhouse you're currently in, as well as the deed to Foxglove Manor, are the
I'm gonna
misgivings.
I'm gonna
Guys, we just
unscroll it.
made it to the big wigs.
I'm gonna unscroll it and be like, I think we just got a house.
And
We already
as you
have one.
unscroll it,
Is there anything
I'll
on
show
it?
you guys the deed.
Now we have one in
The page
Magmar, I
the
guess.
paintbrush? No. It's
Isn't
my
this
dust
technically
paintbrush.
theft?
This is not the deed to the townhouse you're in. This is the
No.
deed to the misgivings.
Oh, misgivings, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the giant spooky cliff mansion.
The one that's all decayed and rotten and disgusting. Yep.
Oh, hold on. The brother with a 7.
Yeah, Agnor, would you like to read out the deed as you unravel it?
Sure. Know all men and women present and future that we, the members of the Brothers of the Seven, upon this day of
I used the
6th
baby to get
Abideus in the year
No, I don't think so.
4624,
I don't think it's wrong.
Absalon's reckoning, hereby concede and by this deed
Stream and had the
confer
baby
upon
there.
Voral
Look
Fox
at
Club
it.
provisional
Oh, I'm gonna
ownership
do
of the
that.
holding
Oh,
to be known
Mondays and
here
Sundays
and
when I'm
henceforth
streaming. Yeah,
as
you damn right. The
Foxglove
bathroom's
Manor,
gonna sit right
located
there.
north of Magnemar on the
you'd rather
Lost
have
Coast
not be at
Road,
work.
due west of Bleaklow
Mostly.
Moor,
I
upon the
would,
promotionary
I would
or
do it even if you
promontory
weren't here.
I
for
know.
as long as he, Voral Fox Club, shall live. He's gonna
Because
like look
Although,
around.
that's
I
true.
believe he died. Or so long as his
the
direct descendants shall
Leah
live.
was looking for
He's gonna look around again.
go to like
To a period not to
That's her.
exceed 100 years. Construction of
But they're
Foxglove Manor,
big as-
having been financed partially on the holdings
What do you
and coin of Voral Foxglove to the amount of
go
6
there for like a month.
and 60%,
People
and partially upon the coffers of the Brothers of the Seven to the amount of the remainder, 4 and 30%, backed by collateral in the form of the 7 sawmills, located itself upon Kivers Islet of
Pilot.
of
Get on your
Magnemar,
forehead.
shall ensure only the physical and initial construction of the aforementioned manor, with a subsequent repair and maintenance to be the sole responsibility of
Mhm.
Voral Foxglove and his descendants
Yeah,
for the aforementioned
that's what I
period
said.
of 100 years. Upon the passing of this time, on the date of 6th Abideus of 4724, Absalon reckoning, ownership of the Foxglove Manor to include all lands within a mile around and below immediately and forever reverts to the brother of the seven for the employment of the manor, its grounds, and all improvements placed upon it by any prior inhabitants to be subject to the brotherhood's discretion. And so that our gift, concession, warranty, acquittance, and defense have the best perpetual strength and security, we have affixed Magmar's seal to the present charter, which shall serve in lieu of signatures the names of the brotherhood to remain apart from this or any other document. So we could burn this. He's gonna say and like hold it up.
What? So,
A lot of legalese tonight, huh?
So in summary, and he's gonna put on glasses that he got from somewhere. In summary, it appears that as long as Vorel Foxglove or any of his descendants are alive, up until 100 years, they own and have sole proprietorship of the manor, etc., etc.
What year is
And
it?
It is currently the year
or 707.
in that.
Okay.
Yeah. 4704 for us.
Hmm.
So
um,
this
sorry.
contract goes back about 80 years.
So the foxgloves have been mixed up in some fucked up shit for a lot longer than we thought.
Or maybe
Well,
the
those-
brothers here are just some sort of political body in Magnemar and have been for a long time.
And he's giving his house over to them had they died, or if
Well,
they died.
It's they provided a fourth or some money towards it on agreement that after 100 years that all of it would be owned by them. So it was like
Yeah.
a structured settlement.
I'm not sure the brothers are just like a regular political body because it didn't say the Brothers of the Seven, but some organization called the Brothers with a capital B was mentioned in the letter we found from Zanisha, Master of the Seven or
It-
Mistress of the Seven at
It must.
Misgivings.
It's the same thing for sure.
It's a good chance they're related. That doesn't change
Yes.
the fact they could be a political body. It's just doing shady stuff.
Yes, and the fact that this has, and he's gonna like thumb over the seal. The fact that this was legally binding in Magnemar using this seal shows that they are above board, at least in certain aspects.
Also, it's secretive. They don't want their names
Want
marked
some
on here.
headphones?
True.
At least that's my interpretation of it.
It could also mean that it with that anonymity, it allows different brothers to fill their ranks as some pass or are disposed of.
True. Real question is, what are we gonna do with that deed for the misgivings?
Well, I'm more concerned with the fact that it says the land around and under.
Yeah, that's a little strange. 100. it
They
was
must know about the tunnel system down there. It looked like it had been there a long time, and Aldern had only recently reopened it.
We also saw those paintings. We were at the misgivings that lead to believe that Aldrin's father probably in on this too.
Aldern's father's father
Vorum.
probably.
Who's Vorum Foxglove again?
original
You're
Matrix.
asking me?
It was more to the group, if
Oh.
they knew.
Oh,
Isn't he like the?
Father. Oh, Aldrin.
He's Aldrin's granddad.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
I thought it was his father's father.
And the fact, don't forget, that it seemed that these particular family members, at least, had a inclination to try to live a longer life through necrotic type means. It seems that something like this was not meant to be a temporary solution. So they meant to live past the 100 years, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we did not, if I remember correctly, go a mile down underground. So there may be something even further down that we don't know of.
Well,
I'm
this
not
is
eager to return.
this is also specifically just the manor outside of the misgivings, basically.
Right.
Well, it's the property itself and a mile of land around and below.
But how far down would you say we went when we were there, Eric?
Agner is going to start calculating in his head.
Maybe half a mile.
I believe it was about a half a mile, give or take, a half a
Right.
mile.
Well, just because it says a mile around and below doesn't necessarily mean there's a half a mile of tunnels that we didn't explore.
Oh, of course not. It's just, but it is a large claim.
Is it common for deeds to mention?
No, that is quite the unusual clause.
Well, I'm
You
not
guys
very
might have picked
eager to
up on that.
return and see if there is another half mile of tunnels.
I don't
Not
think
to
we have a
mention
choice.
the other named area. It's sort of emboldened.
7 Sawmill.
Well, I wonder what that is.
It couldn't be the one that's. And he's going to look over at Check now. That's owned by your brother, is it?
There's no
but
way.
it makes sense why they were trying to move in on my brother's territory.
Right. He doesn't own it, but that was the man that he was the one that attacked you.
Hold on. This document mentions an islet in Magnamar. It's not referring to Fan Point in any way.
That
Right.
is true.
A different
what
sawmill.
That's what Jackie was saying. The his brother's rival was from 7 Sawmill. That was the person that they sent Purple Hat Dude to attack you.
Would Agnar know anything about Kyver's Islet
we got hit.
from
Or
working
we were
with
walking through
Jackno's
town,
brother? Would he
and
have heard anything
Jackno
about that in
and
passing?
John got attacked by a dude
No.
in a purple hat who ended up being a faceless stalker, which is basically like a changeling.
Curious.
A change, as in like
Curious,
at one point he can be a human, and another point
Well, I
he
think
could
we
be
should
a
hold
dwarf.
on to
He could
this.
make himself
This
look
could
like
be maybe
that
what
he
they
wanted
were
to look like.
ransacking the house for. We did have the
Exactly.
key.
But instead of like animal form.
And there is one more thing underneath, everything else that you pulled out. It's a thin ledger. sort of
I-
opening it and reading through. Most of the entries are pretty mundane, but as you get closer towards more recent months, you can see that there's almost a dozen entries from the past 3 months labeled Aisha's trip to Absalom.
Hmm.
Last
Each
3.
one of these, 3 months, each indicating that Aldern was paying someone referred to as B7 200 gold pieces a week for her trip, dropping off the payment every oath day at midnight at a place called Seven Sawmill. So it's matching up with some of what you've
Yeah.
seen in the ledger, or the deed.
The deed. Well, obviously B7 is the brothers, seven brothers,
I thought it was a chessboard.
and the 7 sawmill, obviously. Eric, Absalom reckoning, like the year, like is that something that's known normally?
Yeah, that's just, the year. So 14.
What is Absalom?
Well, Absalom itself is, I think it's a continent / city.
Okay.
Um,
Um.
it's not in Varissia,
Okay.
which is, part of a larger continent.
Didn't his sister seem dead longer than
Doesn't affect
within
anything.
the last 3 months?
Sister?
Aisha, you mean?
Yes, Aisha. Sorry, wife.
Wife.
No, they
No.
barely pick up you
No, she seemed
when you're
dead for
talking quietly.
about that amount of time.
The microphone too is you.
I wonder if these
Or is
trips
us.
were the change that Foxglade was going through,
Mhm.
and maybe she
When's the next
never.
oath day?
Well, according to this, gonna do the one thing's not like the other. Gonna do the solving of the
I'm able to
pattern.
reach behind you
Oh, gotcha. Oath days are
just in case
Thursdays,
of beer.
technically, for ease of
Do we know what
of
today is?
speech.
When's the last time there was a payment?
It's been consistent. So last oath day.
So last Thursday.
Yeah.
So up until
And for you guys, it is currently
day.
wheel day.
Wednesday. Hey, nice. How convenient.
Hey, super, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it appears that tomorrow is the next time a payment is expected. Does it say
Tomorrow
anything
night, right?
tomorrow at the sawmill? I'm assuming.
Yeah. So meet
He's
you there
gonna-
tomorrow.
He's gonna tip his hat. Like, well, maybe this will be not my last performance as Mr. Foxglove.
Pretty handy.
Probably
Handy short.
Aisha. Because
How much
she's
money is that pouch?
All right, Modokar, ripping open that pouch. You can look in, and all that's staring back at you is just piles and piles of platinum pieces. 250 of them, to be precise.
Platinum?
Platinum. So that would go out to 50 each,
50 platinum each.
which
Oh.
translates to 500 gold. But keep it as platinum.
we just found a
Alright,
bag
I'll
of
add that
250
to my thing.
platinum.
How much are the payments that
That
we have
is
to make? 200 gold.
200
Go
gold.
share it.
Yeah.
So I
So we get
suggest we
50
split
each.
this, for our own means, but maybe leave out 4.
I was about to say, did we want to try and split it 6 ways so we can have like a party fund that we can start?
Do we need a party fund?
I don't know. We talked about it last time.
You want me to just help each other out? Someone needs money and we don't.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if you guys want to do the party fund or you just want to continue helping each other out when we need it.
Since it splits up so easily with 5. I think we could just do it 5 for now.
That works. You said take 2 out, or 2 out for each of us, so that way we get a.
Each platinum is what again? 5?
10 gold.
10 gold. So we need 200. So if everyone takes out 4 platinum pieces, right? Or no? Why is my brain not working?
What do we
40.
need? For platinum? What do we need to take out money for?
To stage this thing. He's gonna like hold up
200
the
gold to keep
ledger.
the meetings going.
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're asking that.
So we each get 46 gold then, right?
46
Well,
platinum.
Why
Not
would we
platinum,
have
sorry.
to give them the gold though?
We don't necessarily have to, but just in case, it would make sense to have it ready.
What happened?
What do you mean what
And
happened?
since it's out here,
Because
We
we're
wanted to go there.
Well,
partially.
baby.
That's our reasoning for going to the sawmill and doing this whole fake payment.
what is the reasoning?
Uh-huh.
I know.
We can see who the brothers are, or at least what the process is. Is that not what
Well,
we're even investigating? This brothers could be the Sanhedrin mark and everything else.
Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't think this, I'm just trying to have us all on the same page here by remembering why we're doing this. That's all. Make sure we're all remembering what it is we're doing and why we're doing it. So if tomorrow night we can do this meeting, by tomorrow midday we should be able to go and speak back with Justice Ironbriar and decide and see if he's letting us on the case or not.
True.
And no matter what his answer is, we'll go to this meeting tomorrow night.
Get some sort of information.
That's very true.
We'll do it either in the graces of the justices or in spite of them.
Does
I
the
got
ledger say
you.
anything about how the payment is delivered, or like the process of, or is it just like an entry, 200 gold pieces?
It just says 200 gold pieces to B7 every oath day at midnight.
Okay.
And the location.
I think that's a pretty sound plan, Moti. See if we can get out of here.
Is that midnight tonight or is that midnight tomorrow?
I believe it's tomorrow.
So you said there was the pouch of coins, the scroll thing, and you mentioned one other thing? Oh, the ledger. That's it. That's in the secret compartment.
Yeah.
Are these potted plants in this room?
They are.
There dirt in them?
There is.
I would like to scoop out the coins and put in some dirt in that bag.
Oh, in the pouch?
Resecure the ledger and the bag of... He's going to do this way thing like Indiana Jones. I've seen
Gotcha.
Illinois bones do this before. And he's going to take the ledger and the coin thing and put it back in the secret compartment. We're going to take the will, though. Or the... You know what I mean.
Taking the deed.
The deed, indeed.
You don't want to take a lead.
I figured we could always come back, but if...
I mean, if
There's
we're gonna
someone
be meeting up with Justice tomorrow,
I'm just trying to understand what we need the deed for.
I don't think we need the deed per se, but I don't know what this Seven Brothers is or what they represent, and technically, as long as I've got this, and he's gonna like tip his hat again, we have that manor for the next 20 years.
What I'm more worried about is we get caught with this deed on us. Now we're house robbers stealing deeds to houses.
Why would we be accused of stealing something? We were
We'd
given
be
to it by
accused
our
of,
good friend Foxglove. In fact, this was one of his consorts, and he's going to point at Ryra. Maybe
well,
we
all I'm
we
thinking
do
here
have
is
We do have some letters directly towards her.
Saying these brothers could have some pull over us. It can easily get us in trouble.
I'm agreeing with Moti on this one. If anything, we need to take the ledger and leave the deed.
We could just leave both. We have the information we needed, and it could look undisturbed, especially with the fact that I weighed perfectly the amount of coins with this potting soil.
That is a good point. We could just leave it and see if anybody comes back, because we know where it is now. All right.
Let's do that then.
It's in some kind of bag or a box or whatever. You just put that at the bottom of the potted plant. Should be fine.
Oh, I was gonna resecure it.
Even better.
We, as far as I know, we're the only one with the key.
Just thinking, we came into town and got arrested. So what if we go to the justice tomorrow and they strip search us and find that deed on us and all hell breaks loose?
I understand. It just, to me, it seems like they were looking for something and don't want to really leave it here for them to find it in case they
They
send
can't
more
get it
people.
without our key though.
Well, it seems like anyone could walk up to this glorious hole and get what they want from it.
As long as they have the right tools for it, sure.
It's true.
I feel
Does it
like there's
appear
a lot of
there's-
innuendos being thrown around.
Does it appear
today.
like there's any marks around the hole to see if anyone else tried to jam something in it? Or is it a hidden hole?
There's another one.
Pretty dark and maybe a little bit damp, so you might want to be careful.
Of
Oh
course.
my god.
I don't just shove these keys in any darn hole.
I would hope not.
Look at the facade. It's asking for this key. Wants me to throw it in here.
Oh,
With
God.
vigor. Guys, it's all fine. I'm using all these things because there's prying ears.
Congrats.
So we're good. It
Look,
just so happens it works RP
love-
wise as well.
I love ramming holes as much as the next guy, maybe a bit more. I'm just saying you shouldn't ram every hole you see.
That guy's gonna look at Lori. I agree. It's been a while since I've. Anyway, so
I almost
he's
feel
gonna trail off
offended.
and- Did anyone check the couch?
Feels great.
Yes, but sometimes if you grab it by its cushions,
Let's shake it for loose change.
there could be some spare coins.
I'm
That
gonna
guy's
remove
gonna-
the seat covers, see if there's any spare change.
Yeah. It's gonna dive in between the.
Nary a copper piece.
There's a
Tidy.
couple of these hard encrusted chocolates and looks like a pencil. I don't know why that pencil would be here. And a ruler.
Oh, there's a comb.
Some wrappers from some sort of candy. Chairs. Nothing in the chairs.
Nope.
All right. Shall we keep exploring then?
Yeah. Anything else in here?
Is this a door next to me or a window?
Like a
On
few
my-
doors.
On my right. This one. Oh. Gonna walk in. Do these
Mhm.
books look like they're more ledgers?
A mixture of ledgers and what looks like personal reading material. There's a lot of well-worn books up at the top. Mostly adventure tales. Kind of the same stuff you guys saw on the sort of the attic level of the Foxglove Manor.
This might be a
Is there
shot.
any of Illinois? Is there any adventures of Illinois Bones?
Not a one. It doesn't seem he was a fan.
Ah,
This might be
I
a
knew I
long
didn't
shot,
like this
Agni.
man.
Aggie, this might be a long shot, but do you see anything that pertains to necromantic rituals or anything of the sort? I'm short. I really can't see much higher than like
You
little
do
over.
not.
He sees nothing
I
other
didn't
than
recall for that.
a sports illustrated showing the latest fashions in Magnamarian beachwear.
They call it Shoal Watch.
Just adventure books in here if anyone would like some.
Hmm.
We don't need choose your own adventure books. Quite keen
No.
on those.
It would be quite an adventure to sit around, I don't know, a large table with a group of friends and come up with stories and adventures and puzzles and
You might have to try
some
that
sort
one
of
time. I'll give it a shot
like
for you.
about dungeons and dragoons.
No, I think you're going a little too far with that one.
I think you might be onto something there.
Iggy, while you're in there, just close your eyes, pick a book, an adventure book or whatever, and bring it to me. I want to read it.
I like this game. He's gonna close his eyes. Pick the 11th book from the left. And dust off the spine of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a title, Eric?
Yeah, The Haunting of the Flotsam Graveyard.
Haunting the Flotsam Graveyard.
Hunting or haunting?
Haunting.
Haunting.
Do we know what usually happens if a house's occupants suddenly expire?
How do you mean?
Owners of a house or a townhouse die. What happens to the property?
Well, according to this deed, it goes to the brothers.
Deed
The
for a
manor,
different
sure. What
building.
about this place?
This is a townhouse. Typically, the townhouse is up to a will, which more often than not would go towards next of kin. In the event of no such thing occurring, then the property goes to the city.
Auction. Unless there's another deed that says the same thing like this one does.
Correct.
I guess I'll move up to this door.
Okay.
There's another door in here.
Give it a look.
For fun, I'll push open the door in front of me too.
Yeah, and it's gonna bonk me in the face as I walk in.
Sure does.
Look at that rug.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
That is
So-
That's
gross.
a yikes.
This is clearly the master bedroom, complete with an exotic rug, fashioned from a creature known as a zebra.
The bureau.
Yeah. An Arbiz.
An Ebra. The Z is silent. Well, that's a fancy looking rug.
Along with a rather cushy looking bed. Well designed dressers and desks.
Does anything look disheveled here?
Oh yeah, no, like again, the rest of the house has been ransacked. This
Oh,
room is
okay.
no exception. Yeah, some of the pillows have been like cut open. The covers that would normally be, spick and span have been sort of tossed to the side. Some of the drawers are hanging ajar.
Either there was a wild party here recently, or this place was also ransacked.
Maybe it was hit with a party of ransackers.
I'm gonna pet the rug.
It's not very soft.
It's not very soft, but it must have been a majestic animal, up until the point of its demise. Is this a desk here or a table? I mean, does it have drawers?
Yes.
I guess I'll walk over to it and search it.
Yes, you do.
I am ginormous
Okay.
compared to this room.
I want to sit down on the bed.
Okay.
Take a
It
look.
is very very cushiony,
Ugh.
as advertised.
Sigh of
And
relief.
Agnor, inside the desk, you don't find too much um, other than a stack of blank parchment, several quills, and a few pots of ink.
Ryra, he's gonna look so excited.
What?
Ryra, come see the mother lode.
What's the mother load?
Come see, and he's gonna hold up, like almost like he can't contain it. Look,
Ooh. Restock my supplies?
I could use some of this parchment to write my next one-man musical.
Oh no, not again.
Or not.
You wrote the first one?
Well, no, that was
You're better at improv.
I was reciting it. Another emblazoned, emboldened man of intelligence wrote that masterpiece.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is that what you call it?
Uh-huh.
It was a masterpiece.
If you do not remember, I received a standing, raucous ovation.
Art
He's
is
gonna
subjective. Some
I
people like
remember.
some things.
He's gonna squint his eyes and like look off into the distance, reminiscing.
Like,
I would
so
like to
last
remind
night-
you guys, we have some bodies down there, so I'd rather not be here too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't they like grotesque, disgusting bodies? They're not like normal people.
Yeah.
Like they're like abomination type things.
Still,
Is this something that's searchable here?
Just a
Can't
set
tell
of
if it's
drawers.
might
Yeah.
as well look in it.
Elsa can come
If we're
in.
gonna steal a dress and murder people, we might as well take other things.
Gotcha. You can search through the set of drawers here and find a set of drawers.
Hmm.
Ah,
Ignore your size.
Uh, my dear Jack, now I know it appears like I have layers of clothing, but one thing I don't have. He's gonna hold them up. You're welcome to take them. Anyone? Motorcar?
I'm not wearing another man's underwear.
He's gonna he's gonna hold it up to his face. They are clean.
Alrighty then.
Right.
Well,
Why did you just sniff them?
To know if they're clean or not.
I
And if
think
they weren't, you just sniffed something that wasn't clean.
Jack, no, if you've lived as many years as I have, my nose has been places you probably
Don't
can't even
want
imagine.
to be. Yes, that's probably right.
Yes.
well,
Anyways,
companions, we probably should get moving. Think we've got what we need out of here. We
Yeah.
have our
agreed.
next lead.
I'm gonna do a quick look under the bed. Do I see anything?
It's middle of the day, right?
You don't see anything.
Right. Oh, wait.
It's about middle of the day now, yeah.
It appears that there may be a small door here. Can't tell, it's kind of clipped by the black. Is there a door there? Or is that a window?
It's
right
a
here?
door. Most
Guys.
windows are going to be kind of glass looking.
Oh, right. It's kind of cut off, so I can't.
Yeah.
Guys.
I'm
Yes.
right here.
Give it a
But-
check.
I found a
Is it a-
tub,
I'll say, is it a bathroom?
and
It's
it
a
appears
bathroom.
like there's no dead rats in it.
Not this time.
Not this time.
I've had bad experiences in bathrooms recently.
Is there water in the pitcher near the sink?
No.
Scheiße.
There is not.
Anything around the sink? Is it just like a table?
Yeah, just some normal toiletries.
Raja. He's gonna run his hand along the bath. She's a beaut. But alas, we must leave.
Right. I'll lead the way out. or meet up with Modi.
He's gonna pet the zebra one last time before he leaves. Goodbye, old friend.
That's strange.
Just as coarse as
Which
you want.
which set of windows would be the closest to looking out in front of the townhouse?
Now, that'd be the 2 windows in the southern part of the floor that you're currently on.
I'd like to go to one of them and peer out and see what I see moving about the street.
Okay. As you take a look out onto the street, you see nothing there's a handful of people making their way down.
Making their way
Suspicious.
downtown.
Guard patrols,
They're
anything?
walking fast.
Like that. Everything awfully sketcy, Motorcar.
Just taking a look outside, make sure there's nothing waiting for us. And at that, I'll head down to everyone else.
All right.
Thing
So
pretty
you all make your
sus,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys make your way back down the 2 sets of stairs back to the main level. And which way do you guys exit?
The
Yep.
least inconspicuous way.
Yeah, we found a back entrance that leads out into an alleyway between the houses. We could check that place. We could go out there for this time. And I'll
Yeah, plus it would probably be better for us to go out the back door.
I'll start leading
We're
them.
gonna, when we talk to the constable or whatever, we can tell him that we were attacked by these abominations. We don't have to hide it.
I mean, that's true.
We didn't do anything wrong. We went to we heard something and walked in and we were attacked. Can lie about that.
I feel like it's best to be as open as we can with them.
Yeah. Especially just because it's gonna start smelling and it's in the middle of a city and where were
definitely
we
shouldn't
again?
lie about it.
Where was that place? I thought it was down here somewhere.
What place?
Where we're coming from.
Northern part of the Nouse district.
Like up here.
Further.
Oh. There.
Hey, you did it.
Guys, I found
Also,
it.
if you zoom in real nice and neat, you'll see that
The
there's a
copper
very,
street.
very tiny copper street. Yeah.
Alright. This little establishment here.
Yeah.
Cool. We want to go visit the Hall of Justice.
Did we?
Well, I don't think we should bother them. They said it would take a couple days.
Yeah, we
Right.
were told 2 days.
And it's still kind of early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's middle of the day.
I mean, we can grab something to eat and go shopping for a little while. At least have a look around the city.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to swing by talk to Lieutenant Leacott.
We might also want to see if we can swing by the sawmill. Not to go in it, but just to see where it's at in the daytime.
That's a good idea. Aggie, try to find it.
Do you think it's near here?
Well, it's set at an islet off of Magnamar. I'm assuming can't be far.
Okay.
As you guys start making your way further into Magnamar, looking for something to eat potentially, someplace to shop. If you're curious about trying to find the sawmill, you could make me a either diplomacy or a knowledge local check as you talk to some of the locals.
I turn up nothing. Well, maybe I do, but I don't think I do.
I talk to people. Hello, how are you? Please point me in the right direction, madam or sir.
Looks like we have a winner here with the lovely tourist couple
Mm.
rather than the two brainiacs.
Whoopsies.
Look at us, Modi. We know how to find our way around places.
Where are they? Where is it?
Just want to find Kyver's Isle, that's all.
So, just asking around, you guys settle down and find a nice place to eat, rest your dogs. On the map, I'll go ahead and ping the islet. It is the only non-connected landmass on the map, being right here. You might have to zoom out a little bit to see that.
Ping it again.
It's been pinged. I'll
Ping
just
it
keep
again?
pinging it. Oh yeah? There. You got it?
No?
Hold on. I'll ping it again.
I'm actually not seeing your pings at all.
I'm still
Oh,
not
man.
seeing it.
That's
Do you
so
have it in
strange.
GM layer?
Do I have what in GM there?
Your mouse? There it is.
These ones?
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
this is me. Oh,
Oh.
okay. There it is.
Nice try.
Well, you said not connected. That's a bridge. So that's why I was
Yeah.
guessing that, Eric. Stop making fun of me.
So it's this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The landmass.
These are
Massive
masses of land.
Those are like little tiny,
Islets,
basically a
if you will.
sandbar.
If that's a building next to it on the coast, that's a good 200.
So
These
that's-
sizes aren't
that's-
proportional.
So that's the saw. What was it? Sawmill 7? 7 Sawmill?
Well, it's probably located on it, but not the whole thing,
What's it
obviously.
called again?
7 Sawmill.
I'm guessing it's this building back here. It's right near the coast.
Or maybe it's the one right in the, right by all the logs of wood that are floating in that little horseshoe.
I just noticed that there's buildings and shops underneath that big bridge.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Just
the
go down
if
here.
I remember it, they call I think I wrote it down. Call that the shore.
Nah, the shore is pretty much everything below the summit.
Which is everything
Underground.
below this line.
Yeah.
Arvinsor is in the shore.
Technically, it can be in both.
Yeah.
I believe
This
it's
place is
underground, so it's
huge.
Under the bridge.
Yes, it is. Say again,
Oh my gosh.
Motor.
I believe it's called Undertown because it's under the bridge.
It's actually called Underbridge because it's under the bridge, stupid.
Even better.
Jesus Christ, how could you be so dense?
Your guys' relationship is so violent.
Yes.
You should
bet
see
you
their
guys-
conversations when they're not talking or talking through the protection of D&D.
What's the point of having friends if you're not willing to fight each other every now and then? Am I right?
Fuck
Yeah.
up. Oh my god.
As Mitchell says, it's okay to fist fight your friends every once in a while.
I think it's also intriguing that there's walls that are blocking off from land attack and not from water. Water is completely open.
No one would ever attack from the water. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
But take a look at all these towers that exist
It's a big
along
sniper
the.
tower.
Yeah, but still, you'd think there'd
They're
be some
so-
sort of wallage. Maybe just the threats are more from the land. That's just something I'm saying. I'm observing.
And if we take a look at the larger map of Russia, Magnemar's, sort of at the bottom of this gulf. There's not a whole lot out there for him.
Trying to find the map.
Okay.
Well, I believe we stopped making our way there. Yeah. Give it a little
All the
look
way down
see.
there? Yeah, we can peruse.
Whew, let's do it.
Watch your feet, Eric. Jazzy jump down.
I wonder
Hoofing
if
it.
we want to maybe grab our carriage that's
Hi,
sprung.
Jazzy.
Oh, we could do that. We do have the Kusan.
Wait, what do you guys do?
Salt.
We can swing back past our place of stay right now and pick up our carriage and trot throughout the city. Do some sightseeing down to the sawmill area.
So big and tired.
I want to smoosh that cat. So when I eventually make my way down to you guys, we have to have a moment that I can finally give that kitty cat a smoosh.
She doesn't like strangers too
Right?
much.
Hmm.
She can barely tolerate Ina. Big cutie pie. She looks mortified. Sorry, baby.
I will be right back. But as far as I know, we're heading down to the sawmill and stopping at shops and
Hi.
looking around.
Hey, let's take a quick potty break. Be back in 5, everybody.
You okay?
Get some
Okay.
water and go pee.
I can't pee.
If you're gonna go pee, you have to. You can't sit in your chair. You have to actually go. Just FYI.
But that's. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
Go fucking
Say it anyways,
pissed.
because it'd be funny.
No,
Why?
cause it's really bad.
Oh, okay. I love this new laptop, but it wouldn't download Discord, so I have to do it through the website. And Roll20 is still trying to load the fucking map. It's not stuck on the loading screen. It actually is still like saying all the loading little blips. So it's not like stuck loading. It just says all the loading shit. So it's really frustrating. And I think that's why I keep losing signal is because it's on the website, not the app.
Yeah, that sounds more like it would be a interwebs issue rather than a website or.
Yeah, something I don't know. Because I'm on Wi-Fi, so that's, you know. So if it's the program, I think it stays connected, but because it's the website, any little blip and it drops.
Mm.
But I have it for doing all my photography stuff, so I can edit my photos in Photoshop and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I just have one computer that does everything.
Same.
Oh, I have 2 desktops and a couple laptops, so. I don't believe you.
It's only gone for a couple minutes. Did we beat the campaign? Is it over?
Yeah.
We have become the Runelords.
Hmm?
We have risen.
I wonder how far we're actually in. We're done with book 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this
There are
is
six. There are
just
six.
into, yeah, there's 6 books.
There are six
But-
books.
But we're done with book 1 only.
Hmm.
Yes.
They're more than halfway through book 2 as well.
And how
Halfway
far?
mark
How long have
was
you played Motorcar?
us to do the whole 6 books. That was over a year of D&D.
But that was without any cancellations and longer sessions, I imagine.
Mm-mm.
We might have had a few.
Yeah, we had some cancellations. And the sessions were about the same. 3 to 4 hours.
To do all 6 books.
Yeah.
So we're just moving super slow.
Well,
Not
there's
really.
a lot of us. And I think the later books that I've seen in like campaigns like that are like 6 books, like book 5 and 6 are not as long.
Definitely played for longer than a year, though. Might have even been 2 years.
I think it was because I had whenever I joined, I ended up playing with you guys for a year before we finished.
Mm-hmm.
So with you guys, it probably was actually 2.
Overall, it took us about 2 years and a couple months. Overall.
Yeah, so really not all that bad for the size of this campaign. Like I said, we're not moving slow per se. We're just moving at our own pace. Fast or slow, it doesn't matter as long as you reach the climax.
Is that what she said?
That is indeed what she said.
Alright, so we all back? Good to go?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what did we leave off on?
I think we're gonna grab the Kusan and head down to the sawmill.
Dirty bitch.
Thank you, Ross.
Appreciate
Wow.
it, Ross.
Stop yelling, Ross.
Jesus.
That man is something else.
He sure is. The fucking table manners.
Well, listen, he has to wake up every day knowing he's not Eric. So like right off the bat, that sucks.
Gotta be tough.
You know?
He should have eaten me when he had the chance.
You've become too much of a meal for him now.
I meant back in the womb.
Yeah, Eric's not a snack. He's like a whole meal. Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
I would eat Eric just for the hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, damn.
Oh. The whore devours. Whatever they're
No, that's it.
called.
4 hours.
Oh my god, I'm going to work on Monday and being like, hey chef, how did the horde of hours go off at the wedding?
It'll be like the bridal powder. No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Chef is
Okay.
already tired of me.
So after cleaning up and leaving the Foxglove Townhouse, you guys take your pleasant autumnal stroll back to the Scarlet Raven, where you can pick up the Coussant and head off.
Oh boy, let's go.
And you guys were headed towards the shore.
Heading
Yep.
south towards the
Sawmill area.
To the
Mills,
islet.
It's a
Kyber
long ways
Isle.
away.
We have nothing else going on today, so we just want to take a ride and scope the place out.
Yeah, like we're looking at the city as we're passing things, and like it's kind of like a tourism venture.
Okay.
Because we're not technically supposed to investigate anything, because we're not part of the investigate, and we're not supposed to, you know, do anything really.
Is this not investigating?
It is, but we're not
Openly
openly supposed to be doing something. So like, it's probably good for the city guard to see that we're just kind of
walking around.
being all touristy.
Should we report to the city guard about what happened at the manor before we go?
I think we could do that all at once.
Well, the only thing I fear is if we do that and they decide to be as hospitable as they were before, we might not be able to do any exploration. So maybe we can.
I don't know.
After.
I don't know what we were done wrong. I mean, we had the key.
We're not technically supposed to be on this investigation at the moment. We don't have official approval, so that could be considered as overstepping our bounds. Or our boundaries, sorry.
So at this point in the conversation, you guys have made it finally down the summit, which, might I remind you, is quite large. It's very tall. And you've made it down towards the dockway, which I've now placed down on your map. Which, almost the setting compared to the summit is instantly noticeable. No longer are you seeing these, pretty peaceful, well-kept streets with denizens that are just kind of minding their own business and making their way towards wherever they're going. Instead, the people here look much hardier. Just about all the way on this main road, the streets are filled with people either trying to sell you goods or sell other people goods. And sort of rising above some of the smaller buildings, you can see this little section right here. That you've heard of before, just dealing in Magnamar. It's known as the Bazaar of Sales.
Ooh.
Maybe a little shop and stop. We just got a bunch of new money.
I do believe that'd be a good idea. At least stop through and see what we could find. Modi, weren't you trying to get a new shirt? Bit of armor?
If I can find one, I'm not gonna go out of my way to flag down people to find one.
Oh, let's...
Wait, what?
What are you wedding?
Whatever Buttercar just said.
What?
What?
Is it...
I'm gonna look for a mithril chain shirt, but I don't see any vendors openly displaying one. I'm not gonna inquire about one.
Bless you.
I find
I'm
a
sure-
dedicated magical armor shop.
Statistically, we're bound to find someone that can sell that without us having to go through the back alleys.
Yeah, Well, do we just kind of want to window shop for a few moments? Not really stop and ask.
Fine by me. Window shopping's fun.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just kind of look through and... I'm specifically looking for new-ish armor and maybe a weapon. But,
Weapon is very vague.
specifically a warhammer. That seems to be of a nice craftsmanship.
Gotcha. Well, as you guys and your carriage seemingly force your way through this incredibly packed section of Magnamar, this is probably the busiest part of the city, just in terms of how many people you're seeing. At points, it becomes difficult to hear yourselves even think, because the entire air is just filled with the hustle and bustle of traders speaking all different types of languages, prying for everyone's attention, pretty much. And the people here are selling just about everything. Spices, different types of wood, clothing, goods of just about every sort. And at least on the outside that you can actually get to, and the little bit you can see on the inside of this free market, nothing immediately piques your interest as adventurers. But as you're kind of looking over the crowd, I want you guys to make me a perception check. 27, 11.
Perception right there.
I saw some pretty clothing and I'm just like, ooh, then get
Alright.
distracted.
I'm starting to question what's going on with these dice rolls, Eric.
What you mean?
Me
Lori
Kyle
and
did
Modi
the same
again.
thing.
You guys are after your well night rest the night before. You guys are quite literally in sync.
I don't see it as a problem, Oti. I just keep getting lost in your eyes.
You're tuned to each other because you wore Lori overnight. Oh no!
I thought it was a secret DM setting.
Nah. If you dicked around with Roll20, there's like no way to influence that kind of shit.
I know.
Eric pressed the
Right.
ship button for you too.
Oh,
There is a fudge button.
I don't know what the fuck
Let's-
that does. Rolling D fudge.
Huh.
see.
Plus minus 0 equals 1.
Not a fucking clue how that works.
Yeah, neither do I.
But Jekno and Agnor, as the two of you are looking over the crowd, taking a look at several of the tents and buildings that make up this free market, there is one sign that seems to catch your eye as the sun starts moving closer towards the its evening area of the sky. That came out super fucking butchered. Jesse's being weird. Right. So the sign in question is an iron sign hanging off the side of a building, and the sun seems to kind of break through slots in the iron around a sun. But more curiously is the donkey that seems to be riding into the sun on the side. Something you guys have been alerted to before. Side, I mean.
Oh fuck, what was that from?
You asking me?
I believe our friendly sheriff told us about that.
He did. You did.
Or it was the old lady that you tried to bother. When y'all got into town.
Was it?
Yeah, that sounds right.
You bothered that old lady for a lot of information. She was so nice to give it to you.
Yeah,
Would you like a mint?
WM and Co. Yeah. Is that a book store?
We don't know what W&M is, though. We just know the name of the place. Correct?
Yeah. Little silhouette of a donkey. I think it was a bookstore.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'll glance in as we're glance by.
Okay. It is quite odd to see a building rather than a tent or a just an open air market here in the bazaar. There are a few buildings that stand here for shops. Typically those that can afford a bit more security, we'll say. Rather than just having your shit out in the open. Now, this shop is not as packed as the rest of the bazaar, but the individuals that you're seeing here are a lot more well equipped. These look the types of people to take on jobs for people around the city, for the city itself, people that would go out and explore, adventurers, for better or worse. And I'm not sure if this is disappointing to Lori or not, but this is not a bookshop. This is a, well, a supply shop, for lack of an appropriate term. Place for adventurers to come and find their, well, equipment. From the looks of it, it seems to be quite profitable. It's a 2-story building. It's a stone affair. And most of the people in here are carrying some kind of weapon.
Well,
Something that does strike you all as different than on the outside.
well, I do. It seems the sun is moving quite fast, and this is going to be a long journey from what we've seen of the size of the city. I think we keep moving because we can always go shopping the other day, but another day, just kind of peruse. Or do we want to stop? We have been on the cart for some time.
I think really would like to see the sawmill in daytime before we attempt to pose as somebody
Well,
at the nighttime.
at our pace, we might not be able to see it until the evening.
Well, if we don't stop and we just go straight there, it might be easier.
It couldn't hurt to spend a little bit of time in the shop.
Can I do we have a map? Can I make any kind of calculation to determine how long it might take us to get there?
You're looking at it.
A long fucking time.
We're in it.
Yeah, but can I get a
Magnemar is a big place,
numbers
but it doesn't take.
estimate?
Yeah, let me give them to you.
Give
Sorry.
away.
It wouldn't take you guys a whole damn day to get from
No,
the dockway all the way down to
especially if we're in a
island.
cart, it would probably take a couple hours.
Not even a couple hours. It's a city. It'd take you guys like 45 minutes.
That's why I was wondering, because they're talking like
With
it's gonna take
traffic.
us all damn day, and I'm like, how big is this place?
I want to check out the
Yeah,
shop.
but still. I would
Big,
like
but
to
it's easier because you guys have a cart.
I'd like to do some book shopping if we have time.
Let me check out this shop that's so elaborately described to us. It's gotta be something important about it.
Yeah.
It's just a shop. I described Mordrin's fish sticks to you guys. And
Also important.
Yeah, one of the best, most important VIP areas ever.
Yeah, I forgot how much lore relevance that had.
Plenty.
It had fish sticks.
Could we forget
Only
the
sand
fish sticks?
points finest.
So you go, or I guess you all can go shop real quick, and I'll stay guard the cart just for safety. And I'll look over at Modi and Jekno. Like, if you two see anything I might like, please let me know.
Sure.
I'm sure I could stay at the cart because I don't think there's going to be anything for me.
Yeah, well, you do most of the cart watching whenever we're in these past few times. I'll take care of it. It's fine. You go you go peruse, and maybe you'll find something. Treat yourselves.
All right, I'll quick look and then I'll come back so you can go look.
Fair enough.
Right. So again, stepping back into this large building, you can see that there's all different types of adventuring supplies situated around the shop. Bags, different kinds of bundles and kits that might be useful. Outside of the shop, racks of weapons and plenty of armored displays as well.
Okay.
There does seem to be a quite large counter towards the back of the first level that has almost floor to ceiling displays behind it.
I'll go look at the displays.
Okay. Mind you, there are plenty of individuals inside that are each wearing armor that has a sort of donkey emblazoned on the chest. Looking over some of the goods, and a lone woman standing behind the counter itself.
People standing around with the emblem, like armed guards.
Mm-hmm. That they do.
Interesting.
Go directly back to the counter and speak to the shopkeep then.
Yeah, as she sees you walking up, she'll give you a quick welcome.
Thank you. It's quite the place you have here.
That it is one of the most successful places in the bazaar, might I say.
Type of
The adventurers
goods
bring
do
in
you-
quite a lot of gold.
What do you specialize in here?
Just about, well, anything that someone that explores might need. Rope, bombs.
You're gonna see Agnar's ears perk up.
Do you have many magical items?
More or less. We have plenty of potions and scrolls. Anything. We have a wand or two, I think. Magical items typically come to us either crafted specifically for a buyer, or we manage to find a deal out there somehow. We just kind of snag them.
What kind of wands do you have?
She'll kind of peer away from the counter and start looking at the displays behind her. Well, she'll pull out 2 wands that she has. Well, we have this wand right here, crafted by a cleric locally, of course. Believe it's Positive Pulse as a spell. And this one came from one of the local bards. He's been here for a while. Not much for music, so I couldn't tell you his name if I wanted to. It's a wand of good hope. Not really our normal stock, but it's kind of a dry season for our casters, it seems.
Huh. Okay.
Gotta say, the store logo is pretty unique for a general adventurer's goods store. Have any specific meaning to it?
To me, no, it doesn't. But to my dad, it does. He's retired now.
Let's see. Take it this is his shop and you just run it for him, or?
That's right. Carmilla, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you. Motorcar.
Motorcar. Always nice to see more adventurers come into the shop. Especially ones with such flair.
Agnar's gonna pop his head up over a shelf. Agnar.
I'm Ryra.
Ryra. Pleasure.
And I'm Jack now.
Jack now.
The WM stand for?
Initials. WM is for Wilkes Milner. And company. Being, and she'll gesture out to the 5 of you, or 4 of you, if Lori's outside.
Yeah, Lori's outside.
Yeah. You all would be the co part.
Like the sound of that. It's really inviting for a big city shop.
It is. I think that's why we're so profitable.
Does it look like those armed people, the people that look like guards or whatever? They obviously work here, right? Like they're guarding something here. Like security.
Yeah, there's security.
Do you often run into trouble? I was gonna say. Like kind of gesturing towards them.
This is Magnamar, and we are quite close to the Underbridge, so I like to keep things a bit more secure. And we've had problems with thievery before, so it never hurts to be thorough.
Agreed. Just gonna dip back down, looking at stuff.
Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
I was looking for a upgrade to my my armor here, but looking for something more on the magical side. If you might have anything in stock.
Well, I guess it all depends on your price range. Judging by most of your equipment, I'd say you guys haven't been in the game for too long.
That's a fair assumption.
You also look like you've seen a lot of shit.
Also a fair assumption. We've been dealing with a bit of trouble for the nearby city Sandpoint.
Right. That's okay. That's from you guys. Okay. Now, see, I couldn't exactly place your names or faces, but your actions I can place. Saba and I are pen pals of sorts.
Oh, yeah. Definitely seen her a good bit. Didn't think that word about us would travel so fast. Or at all.
At all. It's not every day that a bunch of, well, strangers come together, save a town, twice, mind you. And ended up making some of my hardened customers look like a bunch of softies.
Sava sure does write a lot in those letters, it seems like.
Oh.
All truth, it seems.
So it seems, so far. But, friend of Sava's is a friend of mine. So if you're looking for anything specific, I'll do my damnedest to get my hands on it. I do happen to have quite a
Well,
bit of pull.
I was wondering if you knew anywhere around here, if you didn't have it here, that I could get some sort of amulet of health, or just something to make me a little more durable. All the shit we've been through has really been taking a toll on me, and I was hoping there was maybe a way that I could make myself, less likely to die out there.
So maybe something like an amulet of natural armor?
Well, I was thinking something more to raise my constitution. But I would definitely be interested in amulet of armor, depending on the price.
Okay. She'll start writing some of this stuff down. So something constitutional. Surely that's what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Or something make you hardier. Okay. How about the rest of you? Modokar, you seemed particularly interested in some kind of armor.
Right. Looking to upgrade from this simple Lemlar I have here to something nicer. Maybe
Like
light,
one?
but if I can find something even medium, that works for me too. It's not looking to weigh myself down with heavy plates.
No. You don't seem the type.
Kind of quick on my feet, and that heavy armor just doesn't do it for me.
Let's see. Agnor, you seem to be interested in something over there.
Well, I'm always interested in potions and elixirs and materials, but now that you mention it, do you happen to know how easily it would find to procure a cloak of resistance of some sort? I recently run into things that has made my mind go a little willy. And as all of my friends can attest to, I'm normally quite straight and narrow when it comes to intellect and thoughts.
Yes, totally straight and narrow.
Willie. Okay. She'll continue to write some things down. And you in the back. You don't seem to be wearing too much. I'm assuming you practice some sort of martial art.
I do. I don't wear much. No weapons. I use my hands, my feet, my head. No armor, no weapons. So anything, I'm not sure. I haven't come across anything I've needed before, so I'm not sure what's out there for me.
Let's see. Well, I'll keep your ideas in check. Let me look around real quick. A formula alembic? What could that possibly be?
It basically allows me to take like a potion or some sort of formula or extract or whatever and have a chance to like learn it. So like a moderate wounds potion, I can basically use it through that thing to learn it to make it like a formula. If that makes sense.
That basically gives you that formula
As
for
like
24 hours
yeah,
and you can write it down if
write
you
it
want
down
to.
so that I can so I can reuse it past the 24 hours, but within that 24-hour
Interesting.
limit, I still have to buy, so like, cure light wounds, although I already know it. Like I could buy it, I could use a cure light wound potion with that.
Yeah. So you burn up a
To,
potion to potentially learn it.
yep.
Okay. But only for stuff that's on your spell list.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or at least that's the way I would
That's
play
what it reads like.
Yeah.
So can't turn
I
a
was
potion of a
thinking
cleric only spell into something an
yeah,
alchemist can learn.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Because I would treat it the same way like I would for like me being able to copy spells out of wizard book. I can't just copy any
Okay.
spell. It has to be one that I can actually learn.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, give me a minute. And she'll start grabbing at some of the displays behind her, and she'll make her way upstairs. Hmm. Okay. So as she makes her way back downstairs, she's carrying a small box. She'll place it down on the counter and start kind of moving things onto the counter. In is a nicely folded cloak of resistance. This is a +1 variant. There is a small little amulet that seems to have some sort of petrified bark on it. An amulet of natural armor, +1. And a chain link shirt that is incredibly well made. And she'll sort of push these in your direction. I hope these would suffice.
I don't think I've ever seen a chain shirt as nicely made as this one before.
Mm-hmm.
Built for a king.
Hardly. Built for people that like to live. The links here are made out of this silvery metal. See, yeah, go ahead and pick it up. It's real light compared to a normal chain shirt.
And he'll lift it up, expecting the heft of a regular 25-pound chain shirt.
About 10 pounds.
His arm's gonna fly up, expecting a heavier weight.
Yeah, that is actually a mithril shirt. Damn it, Jesse. It's made out of mithril, so real nice and light. Just as durable as a regular chain shirt, though.
Wow. Can't say I've seen one of these before.
Well,
I'm definitely interested. How much is that gonna run me?
since you're all friends of Sava here, I can cut a little off the top for you.
You're too kind.
I think I can... Yeah, I think I can part with the mithril shirt here for 950 gold pieces.
950, huh?
Yeah,
Fair price for such a fine shirt.
I think
Take
so.
platinum
Not
as
to
well,
mention-
right?
We take coins of all kinds.
Awesome. Well, I'll unload my 65 platinum and then pay the rest out in gold.
All
When it
right.
comes to 65 platinum and 300 gold pieces.
Yes. That'd be correct. Okay. And uh Agnor, Ryro, do these items fit
How,
what you were looking for?
yeah, how much is this amulet?
Now for the amulet there, again, I'll extend the same goodwill to you as I did to Motocar. I think I could part with the amulet here for 1,700 gold.
I may have to come back for that some other time.
Okay. Well, I'll hold it
And
for you.
and for this,
Another cloak there. 800.
that was the +1.
Mm.
You said. All right.
Yep.
That is a fair price. Speaking of, you wouldn't have any needs for some well vintaged bottles of wine.
Uh, most of the clientele that show up here don't exactly look for alcoholic beverages.
Okay, well, figured I'd offer.
Yeah.
Just to, as you extend the courtesy to
Of
us.
course. I respect the
Insist.
hustle.
uh, yeah, you said 800.
Right.
I'm gonna start counting out some coin.
Okay.
Would it be possible for me to sell my Lemlar to this shop?
Yeah, we'll take it secondhand.
Right, I'll take whatever you want to offer for it.
Okay. Gotta figure
No
out how
use
much
for
it
the
actually is
second
worth.
set. Just had the armors pulled up actually, but yeah.
Made out of leather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's gonna hand
She'll take it off
60
your hands.
platinum,
60 platinum?
60 platinum, and 200 gold pieces.
Wow. Normally I'd be a little suspicious of how much platinum you guys are throwing at me, but you don't seem the sort.
Well, as you can tell from how we look, we've been quite busy. We wouldn't be doing most of this for free.
Fair enough. Motocar, for that lamellar right there, been well used. I can smell. But it's also mostly been taken care of. And she'll slide you 30 gold pieces as she takes the armor.
More than I expected. I hope it treats the next user as well as it treated me.
Oh, we'll refurbish it nice and neat.
Have you heard of I forgot what the name of it. Hold on, let me get back to the screen. Have you heard of a formula alembic before? Is that something that you could acquire? I'd hate
Typically,
to.
I don't really deal with the alchemical.
Hmm.
I'll assume you're some sort of alchemist.
I've been known to dabble. He's gonna
Right.
be all like. I asked because you are a kind and reasonable business person, and I'd rather spend my coin here than anyone else if you did have means to acquire it. That's all.
I do like to hear that. My dad did raise me this way, anyway. I personally don't deal with the alchemical that often, and to be perfectly frank with you, I don't see most of your type in the shop. But if you want to spend your gold here, I'll do my best to try and procure an alembic for you.
Much appreciated.
I will go out to the croissant to get Lori so she can come in and purchase something.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for things that might help your friend there.
When Jekno comes out, Lori's already started into reading that book that we swiped.
Mhm.
When he comes out, I'll put it away and come back in or join him. Jackie, you gonna take my spot?
Yep, there's some good stuff in there. I think you'll find something that you want.
Okay. Thank you. Go in.
All right. You quickly make your way towards the rest of your group as they're sort of paying and receiving and selling items.
Hi.
Ah, hello. You must be
Lori.
with them.
Yes.
Lori. Nice to meet you, Lori.
Nice to meet you. You're looking lovely this morning. Evening.
Thank you. I think.
Lori, she's heard of our adventures.
Really?
I have.
Well, I'm
She'll
sure
reintroduce herself again as Carmilla.
Carmilla. That's a beautiful name. I'm sure Moti's and she's gonna elbow him a little bit. Moti's reputation precedes him. He's quite dashing, isn't he?
Not what I would say, but your reputation as protectors certainly does.
Well, that's definitely him. Well, my friend Jackie let me know that there may be some things that might be of interest, and obviously my friends have already done some of their business.
Mhm.
You may have a. Do you mind taking a look, seeing what you have for someone like me? And
Thank you.
she'll or Lori's gonna hold up that her warhammer. Like, I love this thing. It's a family heirloom. But I kind of want it to hit a little harder. If that's possible.
Hit a little harder.
Maybe a little bit more accurately.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. Um, Actually, if you wouldn't mind, you could leave it here. We could do some work on it.
Oh?
Mhm.
And
I do know a guy who knows a guy.
would this be in terms of just kind of repairing it, making it a little bit nicer quality, or actual enchantments?
For extra cost, I can find someone who can enhance it for you.
Hmm. And what may that cost be? If you don't mind me asking.
Let's see, for you, friend of Sava, one of the heroes of Sandpoint. Maybe a little over 1,000 gold.
That's a very reasonable price. Unfortunately, my pockets are not that deep today. Maybe I could redirect some attention to something else. I've heard of these spoken of once before, but I've never actually seen one. Would you happen to have a bag of holding?
If you were here a week ago, I would have had a whole box full of them.
Shoot.
They are a popular item after all.
I would believe it.
Maybe you could
But
hold one for us next time they come in.
I could indeed.
It's a
I'll
good
just add
joke.
it to your list.
Hold the ring of holding. I got it.
I don't know how long we'll be in Magnamar, but worst case scenario, would you be able to send it over to Sandpoint for us?
Of course I can.
That'd be amazing.
Sava and I ship things to each other all the time. And now that you know where I am, if you ever needed to write a letter or something, you know where to send it.
Alright.
For sure.
We do have a lovely messenger bird.
Kyle, how much was the stuff that you needed to do?
For the upgrade to the Warhammer, which would be 1,000 gold. And that's and I just want to clarify with the DM, like for what I'm trying to do, I'm not looking for any kind of actual enchantments, just
You just want a +1.
Yep.
Yeah. So typically the way that magical items are created is that you have your base item, then you'll masterwork it, which, if I remember right, costs 100 gold on top of the base cost of the Warhammer. And then you'll add on the base price for the weapon bonus you're going for. So for this +1, it'd be a 2,000 gold base cost, plus, the 100 and however much your Warhammer is. So altogether, 2,100 something. But with your, discount, comes down to less. So if needed, you could leave it here to be worked on and pick up a Masterwork version of it instead, which would just cost 100 gold.
Well, if I'm able to sell these bottles of wine to the woman that I sold the previous ones to, I could have some more coinage to help out.
No,
both you and Myra.
no, I believe I misunderstood. So if that would be the price, then yeah, I'll fucking set my Warhammer down and be like, please.
Masterwork?
Yeah.
Okay. You can probably pick it up sometime around midday tomorrow. I'll see if I can bump you up to the top of my guys' list.
Oh, if you can, that would be wonderful. But if not, that's not a problem at all. Trust me, I understand good craftsmanship takes time, and we do appreciate the discounts.
Of course. And we'll take full, total care of it. Yeah, I understand it's a family heirloom, and I would hate to have anything happen to anything of my father's.
Aye.
Or Joe.
I don't think he's ever been to a club before.
Oh, no.
I'm so glad I didn't stay now.
I can just imagine him dancing around like fucking Wolf on Wall Street.
He's not a people person. He's just as much of a hermit as I am, so I was surprised when he wanted to stay in the first place. Now he's at a fucking club. That's so funny.
But if he's drunk, he's a people person.
That's true. Till he starts crying.
How much money are you lacking for that, Ryra?
It's 1,700 gold. That would literally be every penny, and I'm saving up for like a rod or something. So I probably will just pass. I have mage armor.
All right.
One day, if I get very, very rich, I might be back, though.
Okay.
The way things are going, we will probably be back sooner than you think.
Agnar affixed the cloak on himself. He's like twirling him. Feels good. How does it look?
That's
Bless
a
you.
fine coat.
Fantastic.
Like it was made just for you.
You are an amazing person. I appreciate you.
Just business.
Uh,
With some of my soon-to-be, I hope, favorite customers.
I was about to say, don't hurt his feelings.
you are my favorite seller. And business is the exchange of money. What you're doing is love.
Yeah,
Laying it on thick, huh?
I'm
of
just saying,
money.
and I would say you can't put a price
Love of
on love.
money.
You can't put a price on love, but we did pass a couple places that clearly put a price on love.
Sure, we'll see plenty more as we keep traveling around town.
I think you will.
Don't mind him. He's eccentric.
Very.
It's quite the hoot to be around.
Okay. Well, you know where to find me. I'll keep an eye out for stuff that I think might be advantageous for you. And don't forget to pick up your Warhammer.
Oh, I will not. Thank you.
We'll have it here in the shop. Would you like it gift wrapped? Just a joke.
You know, I'm curious though now.
No, we don't actually gift wrap those. Sorry.
Okay.
Lori, do you have a weapon to hold on to in the meantime?
I do. And she'll kind of point to the heavy pick that she's got on her side.
Alright, good. Hate for you to be unarmed walking around town. Never know what kind of crazies are about.
Definitely. Speaking of, I'll pay my dues and walk back to the cart. Just kind of do a cursory glance of making sure Jekno didn't get stolen along with anything.
Nah, people are actually steering clear of the Coussant as they move by.
Jackie, you scared everyone.
Doesn't seem they're too keen on
Isn't
getting
that
close
my
to.
job?
You do it so well.
I just sneak up on them and scare the crap out of them.
Oh, Kyle, don't forget to note that pick you have is a +1
Oh, I did.
in your attacks section.
Yeah, it is. It should be.
It's got the same bonus.
Yeah, because I used weapon focus that I get for my class to put and I put it on the Warhammer. So with without the weapon focus, it's a +7
Okay.
to my attack rolls, +8 with that weapon focus, and then with the heavy pick, it's +1, so it's an 8 too. So hopefully with this Masterwork hammer, I'll be at a +9 for attack hammer.
Okay. Cool. Just make sure to note that in the weapons name.
Masterwork, yeah.
Yeah, Masterwork or plus whatever it is. In the future. That way when it pops up in chat, I'm not like, haha, you're not using a magic weapon on something that has resistances.
Is Masterwork magical? No, it's just cool.
Yeah,
The best
better.
quality you can find of it. Non-magical.
The best weighted, well designed, proper, good.
The most masterfully crafted.
Yeah.
Made with the most love you can find.
No.
I could just imagine a dude behind a forge pulling out a blade and like, this is my masterpiece. Next blade, this is another masterpiece.
He's outdone himself. A second masterpiece.
So good, I think I'll have another.
Well, I guess we have a carriage ride ahead of us.
Aye.
Digging this new shirt. It almost feels like nothing's on.
It's like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Guys, I have a 4 for a will save now, so I'm pretty much
Hey, that's
ready to go.
That's great. I have a 3 for reflex.
Nice.
I've got an 8 for a will save if we're talking
8?
about will save numbers.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
9 for me.
Mine's only a 6.
Not
The
everybody
holy
has the
people
same
get high
strong skill.
skills.
Yeah.
On the other hand, my 4 is a 2.
Oh yeah. Also, as a side note, whenever I came back and made sure everything was fine, I wanted to try to give some of the rations, some of the grain rations to the horses of the Kusan.
The singular large horse.
There is.
Yeah,
What?
singular.
Shadow Mist. Singular. Muscular. Muscular.
It's a chonky boy.
Does he
Rugged.
eat meat?
It's like a
he might.
Clydesdale.
It eats whatever's in front of its face.
I'll hand him some jerky.
Speaking of, he vacuums the shit out of whatever's in your hand.
Keep all orphan children away from Shadow Mist's face.
He eats fear.
Oh no.
He's always fed.
I'm not sure if meat's good for horses, but he'll eat the jerky.
I don't know if horses should be eating meat either. I'm gonna Google search that.
I
Me too.
believe they eat jerky, or they can't eat dried meats.
They can eat meat, but it's not good for them, and their teeth aren't really made to like chew
Yeah,
it
they
up.
I don't want to eat horse meat. I want to know if horses can eat meat.
No, I'm saying that.
No, I'm looking at
Oh.
Google and that's all it gives me.
Oh, yeah,
All
no.
horses may be prepared to eat meat, and some might even appear to enjoy it. There is no evidence that meat should feature in their diet.
Yeah.
They just
Yep.
do it because it's fun.
Will a horse eat a baby chicken? Yes.
Yeah, it will.
Yes, it will.
I think I've seen that before.
Yeah,
Why
it's-
do horses eat live baby chicks? Because they feed, that's why. They see something to eat.
There's a breed of cow that eats fucking snakes in Africa, and it's usually linked to an iron deficiency.
Mm.
It requires more blood. Provide, please.
Yeah,
Chomp.
watch your fingers when you feed Shadow Mist. Might come back missing one.
You keep your gloves on at all times when you're feeding Shadow Mist. Don't give him the idea that that's flesh to eat down there.
I wouldn't be wearing leather gloves. I'd be wearing steel gauntlets, but that's me.
I want adamantine gloves when I'm feeding that horse. Just in
Either
case it
way.
tries to chomp.
Chomps right on fucking through it. Adamantine grills, baby.
So we're all good with the shop?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, for now.
You guys have made your purchases. You make your way outside back into the Coussant and travel down the pretty quick main roads through the largest portion of the shore.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go book shopping.
Oh no! You guys want to leave River behind in the big city?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
Ryra wanders off to go book shopping and she doesn't notice that they're not following. Oh,
What kind
fuck.
of books was River looking for?
About, like diseases and such.
Okay. Make me a either a diplomacy or a knowledge local check.
Idiot's Guide to STDs. That's not the right book.
Oh no!
Could I help and roll a local as well?
She didn't ask.
I've been rolling awful shitty. I thought you guys
Yeah.
left me behind. I'm by
No, we
myself.
Wouldn't have left you.
Nah, not actually.
Oh, okay.
But that's just asking around inside the shop while everyone else is looking for their shit. Let's step outside and make the check again.
Okay.
Maybe you can ask some more people. Ah, there we go.
It's awful hard to ask questions when there's one person to ask.
Yeah. Or just some of the other adventurers in there.
basically, I wanna see if I can find more things about my sister's disease using my new knowledge that it's like Thessalonian ruins and stuff on her.
Okay. Mm, I'll get back to you on that one.
DM, are we following the rules that Mithril is so light that I can wear it under regular clothing?
Under regular clothing,
Yes.
Is it a
most
mithril
people
chain
put.
shirt?
Mhm. Most people tend to put some kind of barding or clothing over their armor anyway. It's not going to look like you're wearing armor if that's what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, it's concealable.
He's gonna look like Frodo Baggins.
I
Yeah.
don't want to look like an obvious adventurer cloaked in blood-soaked armor walking around.
Well,
Yeah,
let me
you'll
ask
just
you a
look
question,
like a
Motorcar. Does it
regular
look like
adventurer.
Agnar's wearing anything underneath his coat?
I sure hope he is.
He is. He's wearing a mithril chain shirt. Surprise!
I just hope he's not butt naked under that.
What?
Just open your cloak open, grab one
Well,
of your bombs, and give everyone a free peep show.
Yeah, do that.
Eric, I actually have some things to talk about with about Ryro's sister. If you have time after.
Sure. Sure. After.
It might
So
help you with whatever information you're deciding to give me.
yeah. So, as Ryra finds a book or two that we'll discuss later, we'll move you guys on as you make your way back further into the shore of Magnamar. The buildings are much less indicative of wealth, much more of the working people. There are plenty of different kinds of shops and housing and theaters and workplaces as you make your way through this massive city, just from what you can see on the main road, along with a myriad of churches and different kinds of monuments. But eventually, you make your way down to the islet. Bam. Right down there. And it's not difficult to find the only sawmill on the island, as it is running and it's fairly loud. What would you guys like to do?
So we have a couple options here. Either, somebody could try and sneak around in disguise, or I could, go invisible, or I can make somebody else invisible. If we're just trying to scout things out, because I feel like if we just, walk in there and start asking questions, it would be pretty suspicious.
Oh, it's just more or less like obviously things change when it's dark outside, and if we're gonna try to pretend like we have been here, I don't know, at least 5 times in the last 3 months, we would kind of know roughly the area, and us showing up in the middle of the night pretending like we know the area is not a good call. So it's kind of like when you have somewhere to go and you go there beforehand just to scope it out so you know where to park. And
That's what I'm saying. We could send somebody in invisible to scope it out potentially.
yeah, but I don't. It's not like it's closed off to the public, right? Like it's
Yeah, but they're gonna recognize us if we go in now and then show up again tomorrow night.
Well, what we could do, Ryra, you go invisible. Agnor, you
Well, it
change
doesn't
into.
have
Wait,
to
wait,
be
wait.
me.
Let me finish. You go invisible. Agnor goes dressed as someone else, and Moti and I just walk straight in and start acting like we're buying lumber for a home.
it could work.
We can just ask some questions, and while I'm conversing, Moti can look around, or vice versa, because he's kind of the better talker.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
And Jack, now you sure you've never met any of these rival lumber people?
As far as I know, I haven't.
would hate for them to recognize
Well,
you.
my invisibility spell will only last 7 minutes, so we'll have to be in and out very quickly.
Oh, you will.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't want to pop out of invisibility in the middle of the lumber mill.
Right, that's a good idea. So you will have to be in and out of there. Modi and I could delay them until the sun sets, and Agnor can just walk around. It doesn't look like Agnor.
I don't know. Who are we? We should decide what we're gonna try tomorrow night first. Like, who are we gonna send in? Agnor?
By that point, we would have legal investigation abilities, possibly, and we won't even have to. We'll just hold up a warrant and walk right in. This is more fun.
I
could say
feel like we
best
should
case scenario,
think this through a little
we have
further.
best case scenario, we have permission from the justices to be on the case, and we can discuss what we found with the town's guard, particularly Lieutenant Leacott. If not, we can come back tomorrow night. We can have Agnor appear as Aisha, since that's the name on the ledger, and then we can go from there.
That works. Simple. Instead of wasting time doing this.
We don't really have to be here now. It was more of just figuring out how to get here and seeing what it looks like. We're not going to go in and mess around. At least I don't think we should.
Yeah, I agree with that, Modi.
But you guys have input, so I'd love to hear it. Different opinions or other things you might want to try while we're here.
I just don't want to run into the same issues that we potentially had from the house visit. It was quite uncomfortable. And could have been a lot worse.
Again, if we're doing a best case, worst case scenario kind of thing, you're able to pull off the guise of being Aisha well. Worst case scenario, Aisha's name is on there just to be a ploy. They know Aisha doesn't show up to deliver the money, and we get discovered either way. But this is our logical next step from what we saw back at the Misgivings basement. So it stands to reason we're going to figure out who the 7 are by seeing this play out tomorrow one way or the other.
But here's the
And
thing: it was for Aisha. We don't know it's Aisha dropping the money off.
Right, we don't, so we're taking a big gamble on that. But do we have any other options, really?
And Ryra, technically you could cast invisibility on Jekno, right?
Yeah.
And you could have Gwaihir if he humbles himself enough to sit upon my shoulder, and you could communicate through him and basically be able to see stuff that way as well, right?
I cannot see stuff through Gwaihir's eyes, nor can I talk to him if he's, far away from me.
Yes, but he could fly around as we do that and keep coming back to you and checking in with you, right?
Yes. He could describe what he sees to me in as much detail as he can do.
Much detail as a god.
Just from all we know so far, what I've said seems like our best option, unless someone else has a different perspective on it.
I tend to agree with you, Moti.
I know you do, but I definitely want to hear what our companions believe too. We shouldn't. Well, the more opinions we have on this, the better it'll be for us.
I just feel like it's risky if we try to go in now, even if just for reconnaissance, because I don't know about you guys, but nothing ever seems to go as planned in our group.
I agree. That's why I don't think we should be going in today. We're just trying to see where the place was and what it looks like from a cursory glance. Not trying to prod it.
I wouldn't mind sending somebody in invisible, but it's always going to be risky, even if they're solo, because if this is really involved with all the the necromancy and shenanigans we've been coming across, it's possible somebody will be able to see through, like, see invisibility, or there could be traps, and it's just not a risk I'd like to take.
So,
Again,
we're
if I'm part of the official investigation, we may have more tools at our disposal to
Yeah.
do recon.
in DM, as we're having this conversation, we're kind of just sitting in the Kusan, staring out at the front of the building.
I mean, you guys are like trying to make yourselves as inconspicuous as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You guys aren't being obvious about it, but you can see it.
Okay, so yeah, that's for the sake of trying to be inconspicuous. I'm bringing out a couple empty mugs that I have, as well as a water flask or water skin that's filled with ale, and filling up a couple and passing them around. Taking a quick break from the long walk,
You guys walking, or you're in the Kusan?
or long ride, I mean.
Oh, okay. Because again, like the Kusan is like a carriage, so it's covered.
Yeah, but I'm assuming people can see in the back of it, so.
Like it's not like a wagon with an open back; it's a carriage
Hmm.
with a door that leads in, and you've got seating on either side.
Okay, well then it's
Sorry.
purely just for us to wet our whistles.
I'm thirsty,
Yes, dwarf needs ale.
naturally. By the way, since you guys are looking at the sawmill itself, it is it's pretty tall for a mill. It's technically 4 stories. It's rather tall for a mill. There's a ground floor and then 3 floors going up. After that, it's a wooden building, and there's nothing on the outside that would allow you guys to look in. So no windows or open doorways or anything like that. But you can hear it from where you are. It is quite loud.
I figured we'd hear the usual hustle and bustle of a lively lumberyard working.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that it's mostly the water wheels constantly creaking and running through that create most of the noise.
Well, guess we should start making our way back.
Yeah, we saw the sight we wanted to see.
Well, there are other sites we could see.
I mean, just moving around, not saying head back to the tavern and go to sleep or nothing. I'm just saying start seeing the rest of the town.
Yeah.
Big place. You guys have until tomorrow night at midnight.
Maybe we could ask around what some good sites to see would be.
We did see a few theaters on our way here. We could stop.
I'd also love to see underneath the iron span.
The underbridge?
Yeah.
Why not? It's got to be a fun sight.
Well, there's probably plenty of other things to see before we get there, since that's all the way up north again. Could ask around and see what other things might be.
Yeah, let's have a great time sightseeing. Not many times we get moments of downtime to explore a large city, so let's make the best of it.
Bro.
Thank you, voice in the sky, booming down upon us.
Welcome.
Oh God!
Next time on Rise of the Runelords.
I didn't expect Gosra to sound so deep and boisterous.
I could have sworn that was Torug.
Huh?
Torag?
Which one?
Torag?
You're either thinking of Mitchell's character or the god.
The god, yes.
Torag.
Yeah, fucking stupid dwarf god named Torag. Stupid bitch.
Keeps your toes clean when you're down there in the mines. Toe rag.
Yeah, and you need those little things clean, because if they're not clean, then somebody's getting dirt in their mouth.
Ugh.
Huh?
Like this, why are you?
So with daylight left to burn and curiosity of Magnamar setting in, that's where we'll pick up next week. You
No.
guys go
Ooh.
on a
No.
tour.
4 more
Gosh,
hours.
I really wouldn't have missed anything if I hadn't come tonight.
Yes, you would
Ouch.
have.
First
Wow.
off,
Well, what I mean is nobody would have
Wow.
died.
I don't know. There was guards in that shop.
People could have fallen downstairs.
Yeah.
I seriously, I came because I'm like, oh god, somebody's gonna die. There's some kind of comment, and I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, dragons attack the city and Ryra dies, and then they leave.
Fuck,
I have faith in you guys to not die when I'm not here.
I don't.
and I'm not really murder hungry either, so
Listen, there was exactly one time I was not here, and somebody died. So my
Yeah,
track record is
Statistically speaking, 100% of the time Ryra's not here, a character dies.
Well, to be fair,
realistically speaking, I'm not sure that Ryra could have done anything to prevent Dalton's end.
absolutely
Dalton
not.
did
It's just some
slip and
superstition
slide.
shit, though.
Yeah.
I still want her to feel bad though. So
Ryra's the party's good luck charm. Nobody dies when she's around.
No,
Yeah, but she's
they just
terrible luck.
expect normal luck.
Terrible
Yeah,
luck
'cause
for
you don't have
herself
bad shit.
because she's getting dragged off constantly.
Yeah.
well, that was old Ryra where she kept getting in melee range.
Listen, I had a wand. I was gonna use it.
Level 7 Ryra. Level 7 Ryra is much.
Yeah, level 7 Ryra, dimension doors out of danger.
Well, that's good to know. Just hope you don't dimension door into another hungry maw waiting.
It's my new panic button.
It's a solid one. I remember when my monk had his version of dimension door. Eric hated it. Amongst other things I had. That
Wait.
Eric also hated.
Wait. I guess something like Dimension Door? What level is
Kinda.
that?
Four.
I don't know if Unchained gets it. I'd imagine it does. But yeah, monks have their own dimension door teleport thing with their key pool.
What?
Yep. High level characters are super strong.
Yeah, I only just got dimension door.
I will say I couldn't imagine playing a monk without spider climb slippers.
Should have asked about those at that shop.
The absolute coolest magic item for a monk. In my humble opinion. Because monks are so fast, just running up walls, jump kicking off of walls to land flying kicks.
You could just say fuck that and get like a wand of spider climb and boots of haste.
It's also true.
That's what I want. Some boots of haste.
Hmm.
Does a monk really need boosts of haste, though?
Yeah.
That'd
Aren't
be
they fast
insane.
enough?
That'd be
No.
insane.
You want to go fucking nuts.
I have the haste spell.
Yeah, what did you get to in terms of speed towards the end, Michael? What? We figured out it was like what?
I
Two.
believe when we did the math, Rodin was somewhere around running 55 miles an hour.
What the fuck?
Yeah. He's a fast man.
Zoomies. Festive.
How much could he move in one turn?
80 feet.
Holy fuck.
80 feet in 6 seconds. 80 feet in 6
Fucking
seconds.
the blur. He's the Flash.
Yeah,
And I had
they-
spider climb boots or shoes, so it got to a point where I would run up a wall, punch an enemy, and be running back down.
Didn't they use you to go somewhere? Like they tagged you on a cart and said go?
I think so.
We did the math, and Rodin was able to run faster than Shadow Mist. So yeah, kind of had me pull the cart.
Are you strong enough to pull a cart?
Yes,
was.
monks are super powerful,
He
and
was
I
like
think I
Dash
got
from
enlarged.
Incredibles.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that made you
An
big.
enlarged monk pulling your cart, running at about 50 miles an hour.
And you were
Oh,
happy to do it. Those were your fucking
that's
heroes. weren't
highway
they?
speed. Can the cart handle it?
It did that time.
Yeah,
I don't think those
rough
carts
journey.
are built for those kinds of speeds. Couldn't have been comfortable for those in the back, thrown around.
I'm at 50 right now.
And like Eric said, my character was a fanatic for the party. Because he wasn't my first character, he was my third character at that point, and his whole character thing was he's heard about the great heroes and really wants to meet them. And so at any chance he could to make things better for them, he did. And then he found out they weren't that heroic.
I get 50 feet as 50 feet right now.
Yeah, monks are terrifying. Do some wall kicks off of things. Great. The coolest kill I got was kicking a giant into molten or a lava pit. Auto killing him.
I thought it was that creature that you one-shotted.
Yeah. In the head.
The blazing flurry of like 14 hits that took him down in one flurry. Yeah, that was great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
That day, Rodin became one of the non-heroes.
No, still hero.
Sure.
No, the coolest thing was kicking the guy into lava because it didn't do any real actual hit point damage with it. It was more of just a push.
That was pretty cool. And that other one tried to make a jump.
Couldn't do it.
He fucking died.
Or going to the Coliseum and the enemy talking trash from up top of it. So first turn, sprint up there and start punching them.
Yeah.
Didn't have time to realize what the fuck was going on.
Second turn, immediately fucking. Or next thing was 2 flame strikes hitting.
Huh, where is it at? How high is that wall? 40 feet? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna run up straight up to him and punch him.
And then run away.
And no, it ran away in terror of the fact that I ran up to it in 6 seconds and punched it.
Fuck this.
I'm not fighting this monster who's running on walls. Kicking off of pillars and stuff. And what's great is monks being able to wall slide down. How far is this drop? Okay, well I can use my movement and ignore that many feet as I'm sliding down the wall. As long as I'm able to put one hand or one foot on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore 80 feet of fall damage.
Nice and easy. You guys will get there.
Monks are a lot of fun. Monks are really big about using the environment to your advantage. And if you're creative with it, you can do some great things. I mean, with 50 feet, you should be able to start doing some cool stuff.
You run on the ceiling.
All about that acrobatics skill.
Which should be one of your strong suits as a monk.
Which, by the way, if you guys haven't actually looked into how skills work yet, and have just been relying on what the DM tells you, don't. If you guys use skills a lot, like appraisal or certain knowledge skills, or I don't know, swim, because we all have like max ranks in swim right now, I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
read up
yeah,
on
looking
the
at the actual skills, it tells you different things the skills are to be used for.
Mm-hmm.
And what those DCs should be.
It ain't hidden knowledge, that's for sure. Like intimidate, you can use it to coerce people, influence their attitude, or in combat, you can use it to demoralize someone. Holy shit, when was the last time anyone used Intimidate to demoralize somebody? Never, because no one uses the fucking skills right. Just a
Yeah, people
not so
don't think of the
friendly
skills
reminder.
that way.
Yeah, no, skills can actually do things instead of just, you know, learning
Performing
things.
skill checks.
Yeah. So I'd recommend taking a look at skills that you actively use. Just a not so friendly reminder.
Just like everything else you do, not so friendly.
Shut the fuck up. Jesus, I'm tired of you.
Guys, can't we just like hug and make up? And...
No,
Oh,
Wrong.
man is meant to have violence one way or another.
okay. Well,
Mine's mostly passive.
I don't know what mine is, but I get my violence. That's all that matters.
But yeah, no, interesting session, everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all pans out.
yeah.
Hey,
This
are we
is
gonna
been-
get a chance to meet Wilkes?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
I thought
it's
that
no
name
secret.
sounded familiar.
It's no secret who he is, to me
No.
at least,
It's not.
because I helped you make the bastard.
You sure did. But his daughters knew.
Yeah, that's all I'll do. I know
You
you've
might-
written almost a whole story behind him, past what you guys played.
Yeah, you might think it's a bit weird that he had a daughter if you remember one of his attributes.
Yeah, he was practically asexual.
Yeah.
He's changed since I seen him.
No. She's adopted.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought your character actually grew up for a bit. Never mind. Character
Fuck
growth
no.
not allowed.
Wilkes thinks girls are icky. Guys, too.
No character growth found. Understood. Have a nice day, Wilkes. You and Donkar. Your
Donkar's
mule has
fucking
probably
dead.
been dead for who knows
He's
how long.
super fucking dead now. Where is it? He's got a special place in their hearts, though.
All right, guys. You all have a good night.